And we're live. Okay. Man, got a lot of stuff going on today. 2 hours worth of stuff. I've been all over the place this morning. So I apologize. We are going a little bit early. I scheduled this for 3:15, but I'm going a little early because apparently there's a premiere on the NonSequitur Show channel, and Cheshire and I want to watch it with you guys.
Apparently.
Yeah, so but you know what I messed up here though? I got to figure out how we're going to do that as a view party because I'm an idiot.
Man, got a lot of stuff.
Why
I'll figure it out. I'll get it.
What have you done?
I don't know.
What am I looking at? I'm so confused.
Can you see this on the outside? Can everybody hear everything okay?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm cold. I'm cold. This was actually, I'm actually really am pretty cold right now, but I figured this actually was from Latif. Yeah.
You matched my shirt.
Yeah, baby, it's cold outside. There you go. Boy, Smitty just lost his mind. But anyways, we are going to do a Q&A for you guys. We're going to be answering all your guys' questions, but we're going to do it in a very interesting way. We're going to have you guys ask us questions. We're going to kind of do a yes or no, maybe kind of thing, and then give you all the details just for funsies. But we're going to watch this premiere here going on in, what, 3 minutes, I guess?
Over there?
All questions must be yes or no.
All questions must be in the form of an answer. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do the Jeopardy thing. Manya for 10 New Zealand, 50-50, Chester and Steve. Thank you. I will make sure that happens.
Steve cosplaying as the Unabomber.
This could have been my Halloween outfit. Oh my god, that would have been great.
This is evil Steve.
No, seriously.
Even like evil Kermit meme.
Legit, if I would have dressed like this with carrying a package for Halloween, would that have been cool?
I don't know if it would have been cool, but it would have been a thing.
It would have been a thing. All right, I'm gonna while you're talking here, I'm gonna try to add in.
I stray away from doing anything that is calling Steve cool.
Browser.
Justin for 22 months says 5x5.
5x5. Oh, I don't want to browse.
Sliding in your DMs.
Sliding in your DMs for $4.99. Oh, by the way, you might make that announcement before we watch this about his channel.
Oh, which one?
About Ren's channel.
Oh, about Ren's channel?
Yeah, go ahead. Let people know.
Apparently Real Entertainment's news channel got nuked into oblivion and removed from YouTube.
Shocker,
presumably
on that,
by YouTube, unless he removed it himself.
No. It said for multiple violations of for multiple something violations. I don't remember the exact detail.
Like community guideline strikes or
something.
something.
Yeah, they're definitely community guideline strikes. Yeah, I know he had. He already had a couple. That one I already did know. So.
Inkboy says, which one should I watch? This or NonSec? The answer to that is yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes or no questions.
We get yes or no, but sometimes we can do like a maybe kind of thing. I don't know. There has to be something other. There has to be another because it's too difficult or not.
Kawasa for 5,001 loves and kisses anything except love and kisses to anything non-sequitur show except Kyle. Thank you, Kawasa. Awesome.
Well, if you don't give him hugs and kisses, he might beat you. So you might want to reconsider.
What, Kawasa or Kyle?
Oh, Kyle, yes. Well, I mean, I'm not his type, so I'm not worried about that.
Radicals for 2 said, good morning, party people.
Good morning. Good morning, afternoon. Chris, thank you. Like I said, we are going to be
answering all your questions. There's a lot of questions out there. I did tell people to DM me. I've told people certain things through DMs, but I didn't really have much opportunity today. So if you DM me after the fact from yesterday and you didn't get a response, it's only because I've been
really busy. And I apologize. Okay, so.
Oh,
I hear something.
The premiere is starting.
I hear Jen, new member for 24 months, so 2 years. Thank you. Wow, thank you, Jen. And I'm aware of the people that have been around for a couple of years. Jen, very much appreciated. Hello again. All right, so we're listening to this. Can you guys hear that on the outside? Jess, can you hear it? You're watching it in real time, I think.
I'm watching it in real time. I don't know. You're not showing it to anybody. Oh, you're showing it out there. Okay, so I can't see it.
You can't see it.
Do I need to it? Are people getting an echo from me?
I don't think so. I'm trying to capture the live chat over there.
How long is the 20 seconds? No, I'm not gonna lie, the live chat for this has been hilarious.
No intro should be more than a minute. I'm telling you right here and now. It just shouldn't happen.
Can you guys read the live chat over there, by the way, on the outside? Let me know.
It's kind of hard to see, but it's okay if you make your window not the normal size.
Kyle Curtis decided to do a really fucking stupid thing. He decided to drive a successful YouTube channel into the ground by stealing it from its rightful owner, Steve McRae. And he didn't stop there with the bad decisions. He decided to, forge documents, lie to the judge, lie during a deposition, spent a few days in jail. It was a lot of bullshit. It was quite a lot of bullshit. And all to hold on to a YouTube channel because fuck Steve. But we said at the very beginning that eventually we would get the channel back. Well, let's see. Oh, look at that. The NonSequitur Show. And
we still got a little echo.
I have access to it. Do you want to know why that is? That's because we won. As I said we would. So, for this video, I'm simply going to right some of the wrongs. There's more things we have to do in the future, but for now, this will do. So let's go to channel dashboard and let's start getting rid of these people. And we are going to start from scratch. All right, get rid of you, get rid of you. Let's just get rid of
Sarah Miller, $2. Welcome back, NonSequitur Show. Thank you very much, Sarah Miller. Yay!
Oh, that's a lot of blocking.
Reds has got fastball full figures, man. I bet, I was like, did he speed this up or? The music is copyright free, royalty free, and Creative Commons that anybody can use.
Full screen it. Full screen it. You got it. Just full screen it. Let's go big. But full screen is reading.
Yeah, because it's, I don't know, use the aspect ratio. I do like this song.
I just saw Smitty get unhidden.
Manya on the NonSequitur Show, $5, Vindication. I know you guys have a lot of questions and we got a lot of answers. So we're going to be here for a few. It's going to take some time.
But
All right, the slate is now clean. So Steve, I now hand the controls back over to you. It's about fucking time, but we got there. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a good one.
Thank you, Reds Rhetoric, for that. Okay, wow, okay. Got a lot to go over here. I don't even know where to begin. I really don't. First of all, I will express my heartfelt gratitude to everybody that has been involved with the NonSequitur Show from day one and has stuck with us and has realized the amount of just bullshit that we've all been through because of this man, Kyle Curtis. We are going to be having a party stream on the NonSequitur Show on the 29th. There have been many people that have been formally invited. There will be more people be invited. We'll answer all your questions about that, why we named it what it is, and what it's going to be about. But that is not the first episode of the NonSequitur Show. That starts in January. We're already making preparations for that. But we're here to answer your questions. So, Chesh, by the way, I will say this. I did make that as a trailer on the NonSequitur Show for the returning people. So
what's some questions, Chess? Let's get fielding some questions here because there's just so many questions I'm sure that people have.
Hanson for two said her plane landed 10 minutes ago. Hearts, congratulations, my friend. I'm happy for you. Stephen Potts for 5 says congratulations. And Inkboy for 2 said, whoops. Inkboy for 2 said, does Reds do like 95% of the job on the NonSequitur Show channel now? That's a question.
Maybe. No.
One Warped Angel for $4.99. Celebration liquor for both of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. One more. And by the way, I did go out. And by the way,
she can testify. I literally called from the bar. I went to a local brewery and had some of the best beers I've ever had in my life. So whoever wanted me to go have a beer, I absolutely did. I had 3 different types of beer. I had red ale, I had a IPA, double IPA, and I had Midnight at 34, which was delicious. It's a dark beer like a Guinness, but it was so much better. But anyways, guys, wow, let's get into let's get into some of the questions here. Oh, let me transition here. Okay, so
there is a question from Athens that says, so then why make all the drama around Demi when you had access?
Well, I didn't actually. That's the funniest part. The only reason I even mentioned Demi, because I was referring to graphics. People were saying that some of the graphics look like Demi's. I was like, fuck Demi. I never said Demi had control of anything. You guys seem to like fill in the blanks, which is another thing which seems to be what we talk about in Non-Sequitur Show. You might have a very good reasoning for why you think certain things, but if you have incomplete data, you might get things wrong, right? Because the people that didn't get things wrong were the people that actually DM'd me, and I told them exactly what was going on.
Right? Demi and a couple of people were tweeting and commenting about the situation, so that's why you said fuck Demi. It actually had nothing to do. It was completely. It didn't even cross my mind. People went a direction that you didn't even consider.
Which worked out well, but you know.
Julie says, so what does this mean now, Steve? I'm a newbie member, so does that mean the guy that took your show has now given it back and you are in control of everything, even your funds?
Yes. So that's a yes or no question. Yes, and I guess we can explain. I have. Well, how much should I tell them without asking yes or no questions? I'm having fun with this. Just everything.
I don't know. I feel like we can just answer questions.
I do. Okay, so yes, I've had the Twitter account for several weeks now. That has been me on that Twitter account. Nobody else, except for Cheshire's, obviously her artwork and her input. But I'm the only person that has access to that account. As far as the Non-Sequitur Show, I still do not have primary ownership of the account. And let me explain that very clearly, because I phrase things exceptionally clearly for reasons. Twitch TV Punisher, $100. This bottle is on me.
Exceptionally specifically.
Yes.
Maybe not clearly. You were very specific in what you said.
Twitch TV Punisher, 100. Thank you, Twitch TV. Says, this bottle's on me. Congrats for the small amount of justice you've got and for the justice you are still due. Absolutely appreciate it, man. And I still need to get Cheshire some silly, really massively good beer, which I'm working on. So we're going to have a drunk stream with her just being just shit-faced. It's going to happen.
Oh, are we?
Yes, I'm gonna buy all the alcohol you can consume, but without you like dying or anything or having cirrhosis of the liver. So I will take care of you for that. All right. So as far as like the Non-Sequitur Show, what happened was this: Kyle couldn't afford to pay his phone bill, so he couldn't do any of the two-party authentications. He sat there with the attorneys for hours trying to figure out how to do it. Couldn't do it. So we went to YouTube directly. YouTube worked with my lawyer and his lawyer to get it transferred to my lawyer's name. My lawyer had primary control and still has primary control of the account. But unfortunately, again, YouTube has their own little weird ways of doing things. He has to have primary ownership for 7 days, which is a few more days to go, before he can give me primary ownership. So he gave me ownership, not primary, but he gave me ownership, like, secondary, and gave Red's management. But I don't have primary ownership. But that's okay, because as far as AdSense, it'll be after the 20th anyways. So like 5 more days, I think we have to go, and everything will be fully over to my name on that. So when I said I didn't have primary ownership, I wanted people to think about that. I didn't have primary ownership. I still don't have primary ownership. So when I finished Journey, he says $2. Woo, 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 party. Thank you. Your mom says, send her beer to my address. Oh, that will go over big. Like that. I see what you're doing there.
My mom is just as much of a goblin as I am.
I'll get something for her too. We'll figure it out. Roxanne, and I'm gonna get with you late tonight or tomorrow, and we'll figure out something. We'll take care of Chesh.
We've got a couple of questions, yes. And I am grabbing them as they're going by, because there is a lot of questions.
Okay.
A lot of people are laughing that he couldn't pay his phone bill. Yeah, you think after You think after stealing and absconding with $30,000 to $60,000, he'd be able to pay a fucking phone bill? But I guess not.
Not only did he blow through that, should I tell him about the residuals that everybody was mocking?
If you'd like.
The channel was still making about $150 to $200 a month in residuals.
So he was still making $100 to $200 a month, and he still couldn't pay for his phone bill.
Yeah, and so when we're not talking about residuals in perpetuity, it may not sound like a lot, but any extra spending money was still there, and that's just a channel that has not had an upload for 2 years.
And that's just the channel.
Yeah, so there was still money to be had there. Kuwaso, wait, really? Is it that close? That's great. 1 more week. Yeah, 5 more days. I'll be officially the primary. But it's still, he doesn't have access to it. He also in the settlement agreement that he's been negotiating, working out. There's a couple other things that'll be going to be happening. One, he has to do what's called a confession of judgment. He has to, in writing, acknowledge that he had no knowledge of any fiscal malfeasance or fraud upon my behest, or anything that he claimed that I did wrong. He has to acknowledge he had no knowledge of. That has to be in the settlement agreement, because, well, he lied about that shit, and it has affected the channel. It's affected my reputation. It has affected other people running with these stupid narratives. And he was going to put in writing that he. I don't know if he's going to say that he made it up because that leads to criminal maybe things. I don't know. I want him to say that he made it all up, but I understand it has to be worded legally. So he's going to admit that he had no knowledge of any of these things, which I think is important because there was no knowledge to be had. He also has a restitution plan. He'll be paying me back over the next 5 or 6 years. The judgment should be about $115,000. And
if everybody can do us a favor and go comment "Hi Reds" underneath that excommunications video, that'd be fantastic.
That's fine. Yeah, write whatever you want. Like I said, we're gonna be doing the whack-a-troll here eventually. But yeah, I mean the judgment, I think it should be around $115,000 total. But of course, we recognize that he doesn't have that kind of money. We are taking a 5-year settlement where he's going to be paying some money back a month after he gets a job. If he doesn't, then all that comes back. So there are some safeguards in place. But yeah, basically he got eviscerated, to say the least. So I mean, Inkboy 20 pounds. Happy Christmas gift for you, the NonSequitur channel and the super chat. Thank you, Inkboy. Very much appreciated. Flawless victory. Yeah, thank you, Kwasa. I don't even know what else people can expect. I mean, here's a guy that went to jail over a YouTube channel. He was looking at embezzlement charges, perjury charges, and submission of altered evidence to the court charges. We did have a very long, which I'll read to you on the NonSequitur show one day, probably. Matter of fact, it might even be on Fools and Bulls. The letter we wrote to the detective. It's long.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah, it's long. Now
Do you want me to?
What? Go ahead.
I was going to ask if you want to get to questions, but you had another bit.
Yeah, I was just going to say that part of the settlement agreement, of course, is that we're not pursuing criminal charges. So I would assume, but Mikey Cates, it makes sense, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah. Mikey Cates, $5. Congratulations. This has been a very long time coming. Thank you, Mikey. All right, go ahead. What's questions?
Okay, Claire Bear is asking, will Reds have shows on NonSequitur Show?
That's completely up to him. The problem with Reds right now is he has a lot going on in real life, personal stuff. So I don't know what's going to happen with him. All I know is I love him like my brother. He has been the most staunch, friend I've ever had. I have nothing at all ill to ever say about the man. I will give him a kidney if he needs it. I'll give him both kidneys. I don't care. But I love Reds to death. And anybody else who doesn't, they can fuck off, in my opinion. I don't care, but it's me.
I don't see why he would ever not be welcome should he decide that he wants to.
Reds instance, 100 Australian. Hell, it's about time. Love too much Reds.
Absolutely, man. I mean, think about it. Reds was one of the few people that knew from the beginning all this shit was bullshit. He is with me from the great debate community. He knew all these people were lying through their teeth. He knew Kyle was lying. He knew that Kyle had trashy people that were lying to try to get clicks and views for their channels to support him. They even had a fraudulent fundraiser for him, a legit fraudulent fundraiser for a lawyer to try to perpetrate a crime against the court system by putting a false narrative out there that he had moved when he had it to try to overturn the default judgment. They were all involved in that to some degree. They all supported him on that, except Reds recognized instantly that was bullshit because he knew these people and he knew they were dishonest.
Shocking.
Yeah.
will Kyle still be wanting it dry in the future, or has he finally realized the value of lube from tech?
I gotta tell you, from what I understand, and I again, I'm not placing any credence on this whatsoever, but from what I understand and was told, that Kyle has recognized maybe he has made some very poor decisions, very poor life decisions, and wants to turn his life around. And apparently he probably doesn't want me going after him for the next 10 years of his life, which I would be doing, and he full well knows that. So that's one of the reasons I think he wants to do the settlement before it goes any further. But there was one thing I was going to say too. God damn it, I forgot. Oh yeah, there's one thing in the other settlement agreement. He has given up all copyright. He has given up all. I have all his stuff, all his music. I have all his thumbs.
As if he had any copyright to begin with to fight for.
Absolutely 0% interest in the Non-Sequitur Show, and 0% in any copyright. He has given up and waived all rights and whatever they call it, all rights reserved. He's given up all that in the settlement agreement, which he didn't really have to begin with, but it's going to be codified, so we have that.
That means if we really want to, we can keep the smoking none. Look at his face.
My question to you is, why?
Why would we keep that? Yeah.
Doug in Boston, $10. Do you want to be the super chats?
Go ahead.
But you
I got the questions.
You say him so much better, though. We want to thank all the clowns in the uni crowd that lied for Kyle and gave Kyle the worst advice possible that led to Steve getting the legal decision he deserved. To a degree, thank you. Yes, I do want to thank the Unirock crowd that basically gave so much bad information to Kyle that helped him with a fraudulent fundraiser that has vindicated us, and that Uni can spin it any way he wants because that's what he does. But we'll go over the things that Uni lied about coming up. I will tell you this: when we do start the Non-Sequitur Show in January, his name is not even going to be allowed on the channel. We're never going to speak about him. We'll never have anything to do with him on that channel. We're going to be putting out interviews, and we're going to put out hard-hitting content. Our first show even comes with a trigger warning, so I mean, we're going to be busting out of the gate with really hard-hitting topics, but we're going to see what happens. So.
Okay, so are there any other updates about Kyle? Outdone was asking. I think you kind of covered them all, though. But was there anything else?
He's still looking at his assault charge, from what I understand. He's still out on bail. He still has a $10,000 bond. Yep.
Oh, there you go. Nikki Daly asked, will I be invited to the 29th show, and will Reds be there?
Everybody's pretty much invited to the 29th show. He's been working like long days, so I doubt it. Of course he's invited, but I just don't think he can that night. But, maybe he'll send a video. I'll ask him to at least do a video, a small little blurb. Thanking people. I'm sure he has time for that, maybe. But yeah, it's going to be a free-for-all. I've invited a lot of people directly. And I've already had 24 people RSVP. The problem is that we can only hold 10 at a time in the StreamYard, so we're going to have to figure out something. But we'll get into why we named it Fools and Bulls as well coming up here.
Get through some of the questions. Hereticals asked, are you going to keep all the crap videos with Mr. Atheist on the channel?
That is a great question. Who asked that?
Hereticals.
Man, that is a great question. Do you mind if I just defer it for a few minutes? Because I have something I want to show that has something to do with that.
Oh, yeah. No, that's fine. We can come back to that.
I will definitely be answering that question, but I'm going to table it just because there's something I want to show that actually talks about that very thing. Okay.
Unicornus.
Can you do the super chats too, by the way? Because it's just.
Oh my God, Paul for
do
50
your 5%,
cents.
Woman.
Am I getting money from these?
Yeah, I'm going to take care of you.
Okay, because this isn't a caffeine corner and it's not a non sequitur, and I just assumed you were gonna basically just use me for being here and just take all the money for yourself. I'm giving you what we usually do for caffeine corner for this particular episode. It's only fair. Oh, gee, thanks. Yes. Okay.
I was already way ahead of you, man. Come on. But I want to spend it on you rather than just give it to you. That makes sense.
Boo.
Whatever. Your mom thinks that's perfectly fine, but we'll be taken care of. By the way, have I ever stiffed you,
17 years old as my mom is dictating my finances.
This goblin has been paid every single month. Literally, we have a threshold because she lives in Canada. But I mean, I have it all documented. Unlike Kyle, I kept records.
Herda-derder.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Paul for 50 said, "So happy for you, Steve. Can't wait for new Non-Sequitur Show content. Good luck."
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, next question was, will Chesh get management?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the thing right now is though, he already gave management to Reds in order to make that video, and I was like, I'll just wait until I have primary, then I can just do it for Chesh. But yes, did you read Kawasas?
Yes.
What about hashtag? What about Bull?
Doing a little bit of catching up here. Okay, Kawasa for 2 said hashtag what about Bull?
I said, yeah. And by the way, Bull's going to be a very integral part of the show. His memory, his iconography. I mean, he will never not be a part of the Non-Sequitur Show.
Yeah, I've actually already got a little animated thing. I don't know what the graphic. I have an animated graphic for him, so he will be there. Next is from Letty that says, "Is Steve working on improving his leet?"
Okay, that was me. But it was level 2 Goblin that said he's level 2.
Yeah, basically, for those of you who were a little bit confused about the Twitter, basically, yes, Steve had control of it, and he was basically asking me about how to go about things, and so I was feeding him art and advice, but it was Steve that was running it.
Should I give him a little taste of what we're going to be doing on the 29th about the data that was in the Non-Sequitur Show Twitter account?
If you want.
Well, let's say that we, obviously we downloaded all the data off that account.
Right.
I can tell you right now for an absolute fact, based upon his own words, that Kyle had been planning things at least a month prior. So all this narrative about medical or Patreon or anything else that he wanted to spin was complete bullshit that people were buying into. He was literally talking about this to people a month prior of kicking me and Bull off.
There was no collusion. Yeah.
Do they feel stupid, Chess? I mean, seriously, do those people that have supported Kyle all this time, do they at least remotely have any sense of how dumb they look by now? I mean, they don't, because they double and triple down. Matter of fact, looking at the comments in the Non-Sequitur Show, we'll be going over some of that. But I don't think they have a clue how stupid and how wrong they've been about everything from the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, did anybody actually believe that people like Shannon and Jimmy and KJ and Godless Engineer and Casey didn't actually know, at least to a degree, of what was going on? Like, look at the way things went down. You can see what they're saying and then match it up with, of course they knew. Of course they knew what Kyle was doing.
I have no doubt.
They just thought that Kyle was in the right to do so, which is fucked up.
Yep, I completely believe that. There was a good question from Zebulon. I want to get that one.
I mean, I think, what?
Zebulon 181.
Yeah. Listen, I've got these in order, man. Okay. I'm grabbing them as they're coming in.
She's like, don't tell me how to do my job.
You're distracting me. And True Feline asked Steve, question, so if he cannot pay his phone bill, then how is he planning on paying monetary part of the judgment?
He has 6 months to get a job. No, I'm serious. Like,
I like that. It's just a flat answer. He's got 6 months to get a job. This is a him problem.
And by the way, that's something he requested. He's like, can I wait 6 months to get a job first? Yes.
Oh, so you were graceful to him.
It's look, we're trying to do a settlement agreement, and it's codified through a confession of judgment. I'd be a kind of a fool not to allow him to try to get a job if he's going to be paying me money.
Yeah.
Waited this long.
Godless Scummer for 5 says, "Hi Steve, only just got here. What's the TLDR of what I've missed? We got Non-Sequitur back. You go to the Non-Sequitur Show channel and you can watch the video that just premiered. Go check it out.
And it's the new trailer for the people that are returning. It's the trailer for a while.
Hi, Sandring. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while.
Hi, Sandring.
All right, I'm making sure I didn't miss anything. Kyle's Goldfish said, so 150 multiplied by 24 months equals $3,600. So he owes you all of that money too.
No, it's not going to be factored in, honestly, because we we already negotiated everything. We already got everything down as far as monetary. Look, you can't squeeze blood out of a turnip kind of thing, right? So, I mean, we're going the best possible route that, you know, he's going to be paying back monthly for 5 or 6 years. And if he defaults, then all that crap comes back. We don't have to refile anything. We don't have to do anything through the court system. We just say, look, on his confession of judgment, he violated this, blah, blah, blah. And the entire thing, you know, just everything comes back. And he's not going to want that. That would be very bad for him.
Justin Franks asked, Steve, are the criminal charges still on the table, or is the DA going to not do anything?
They're not gonna do anything right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
All right. Dapper Dinosaur asked, I was told, though, that the judgment kept Kyle as a 50-50 partnership. Was I misinformed by certain online personalities?
Nobody would lie to you about that. No, but why would anybody lie to you about that? Yeah, who told you that? Kyle has 0% interest in NonSequitur Show. Like I said, he has to, in a confession of judgment, release any kind of copyright and claims. I've already got all the stuff downloaded. We already have all the stuff.
No, we're gonna work with Kyle.
Yeah, he gets nothing.
He's gonna be an indentured servant.
Which, you know, it doesn't make sense that people were even trying to run that narrative. When you guys steal 60 grand, you know, he gets half that. That is his money, 30 grand.
It was laughable when it came up.
You lose the rest of the business when happens at the end of the judgment. The business gets dissolved, or the general partnership gets dissolved, which we already knew from day one. That was actually when we first talked to my lawyer. Initially, I understood we have to do all this shit, and then it all gets dissolved, and then we go from there. But, you know, my lawyer's like, why would he have any interest in the, you know, controlling interest? Why would he have any percentage when he stole the money? You don't get to steal shit, embezzle, and then still be part of the business. It doesn't work that way. He got fired, basically. He got fired.
Hereticals for 5 says, I heard a YouTube lawyer say Steve would lose. I'm confused.
Yeah, well, I got to tell you, that must be one bad lawyer. That must be one lawyer that doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. That one lawyer that must actually supported the criminal Kyle, the fraudulent GoFundMe, the one that constantly said things that were completely untrue, like, oh, Steve knew Ben was lying. That wasn't the case. Or, oh, Steve knew Kyle had moved, when he himself, I firmly believe, helped Kyle facilitate that particular narrative to the court, which I believe very strongly. And Ben Ben has actually said, and I still might get an affidavit from Ben upon that to be used in reporting him to the bar.
I am enjoying that My Unfinished Journey is asking Kyle's goldfish if we can now call you Kyle's emancipated goldfish.
You'd be free, Kyle's goldfish. Swim away. No, don't swim away. I love you. Just swim.
Vesta said, sounds like Kyle is going to have a full meal of crow. The big question is, since when did BK start serving crow?
Yeah.
That might be against some guidelines. Micaiah said, the news on the perjury. My understanding is that is a crime against the court, not you, so you can't agree to not press charges.
No, I understand that. For the perjury, that is correct.
Steve would not.
But we can agree not to continue asking detectives to file charges. The DA can't file charges. The DA can only try the case. But we went to a detective. We will agree not to go to any detective to try to get charges that the DA can prosecute, right? So the DA won't prosecute unless a detective investigates, but we couldn't get a detective to investigate. The one we sent it to didn't want to, but that doesn't mean we couldn't go to another one. But I'm not going to continue pressing that because of the settlement. Yeah.
Ash Scott for 5 said, if Kyle sorts his shit out, would you consider having him on as a guest if he was down with it?
Not if his life depended on it. Never.
I'd do it.
She will on her channel, but no.
I'd totally bring that motherfucker on. It'd be hilarious.
Nope. Certainly not.
If the stars aligned and there was like a good reason to do so, and I thought it was going to be funny enough, I would absolutely do that. TD Lane for 5 says, you can't squeeze blood out of a turnip, but you can squeeze lies out of a Kyle. Super hyped for the return of Non-Sec Show. Also the salty Kyle supporters. Oh, it is salty.
They're not you know, it's so funny. They are salty, but it's so weird because they're salty and they're still thinking that he's like the queen.
Oh, it's so desperate
kind of thing, you know, like.
So
and by the way, we'll be showing you something here shortly. But even looking at the Non-Sequitur Show, which I just haven't looked at it in a second, but I was looking at it there was people over there that just still like supporting Kyle and still thinking that Kyle had control, still, thinking, Kyle has something to do with it. It was like weird that they still haven't recognized how much they've lost,
So desperate.
So desperate. By the way, we're gonna have you play Whack-A-Troll here eventually. By the way,
Feline asks. Okay, we already answered that question. Fernando says, as per Heretical's question, will you remove the KJ vids as well? And I think we're going to table that.
I'm going to get that in a few minutes here.
Intellectual said, can we please canonize Boole as the first patron saint of the Non-Sequitur Show, please? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be talking about some of the levels we have and some of the things that we expect to try to have for the channel eventually. There's still a lot of work to do because there's certain things we just couldn't get. One, he doesn't have control over, and two, he doesn't have the ability to transfer. So we're going to have to start some things over, but that's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. That's all secondary.
Zebulon says, so are we resubbing to the Non-Sequitur Show now?
Yes, official announcement. Cheshire, I'll let you do it. Do the official announcement.
If you are so inclined, please feel free to go sub to our main channel and our main show, the Non-Sequitur Show channel.
In fact, I have not even subscribed to it yet on my channel yet. So
Me either.
Yeah,
Done.
So I'm going to go do that right now, actually. Channel.
Let me do it on here. Let's all do it. Let's watch those numbers go up today. I don't think it's gonna be a heck of a lot in one day, but it's interesting. So let me switch accounts. You want to take over for a sec, Chesh?
Alicia for 5 says, I'm actually looking forward to 2022 now. LOL. Me too.
Yes.
We got something to look forward to.
Yeah, we're already trying to schedule shows and get people, and I will put this request out there. If you're interested in being a guest on the Non-Sequitur Show, there's an email on the Non-Sequitur Show about page. Go ahead and email me at that. We're going to be working hard to get people. I think our first episode is going to be a good indication of what the direction we kind of go. I'm not going to say what it is about yet, but it is.
We've already got things in the works, guys. Don't you even worry about it.
It's a hell of a story that we're going to be that's what's going to happen on that channel. That first episode. Not Bulls and Bulls, by the way. That's not.
Godless Comer for 5 says, Chesh, what's your timeline for your plans to kick Steve out of the Non-Sequitur Show and steal the channel? Winky face. So actually,
that happened yesterday.
My first steps are already going to be taking place because anybody but Steve is going to be producing, meaning I'm going to be the one producing. And so since that is the case, I will have the keys.
Pretty much, yeah, that's kind of right. So
RT, for 2 said, will the Non-Sequitur Show miniseries be on Hulu or Netflix? I would choose Netflix personally.
Yeah, we also got to figure out, if people wanted to make this into a documentary type stuff, I'm open for interviews. Cheshire's open for interviews.
Yes. Oh my God. If anybody turns this into a fucking documentary, I'm all over that. Yes, I've got so much information.
Absolutely. I know there's a lot of stuff still going on with the Katie Joy case and things of that nature. I know there's 2 lawsuits that are still trying to come about. Again, 50-50 on those. But
Devious Doggo says, I don't have the money for a super chat, but I'm cracking open a fresh Guinness in pre-celebration. The special mead I've been working on in honor of Boole will be ready soon for real celebration.
Awesome. We love
Believe it or not, you don't. Unlike some people, you don't have to super chat for us to read out your comment.
Yeah. Oh, I hate if you want to ask a question, please send a super chat. No, if you want to ask a question, ask a question.
Ask a question.
I mean, geez. And by the way, we're going to be.
It went from 27.6 to 27.7 as you subbed. Hey,
we are going to again for the first pre-launch, which is Fools and Bulls. That's not the first real show we're doing. Jess, you guys want to tell them?
Right, that is the welcome to the, that one is the welcome back, welcome home. We're going to spend some time honoring Boole. We're going to spend some time laughing at dumbasses, since that will be our only chance to tell them to go fuck themselves, as they will never be mentioned on the channel again. So we will basically have a go fuck yourself welcome party and get the fuck out of here. You're not welcome here party, and it's going to be a grand old time. And then in January will be our regular scheduled programming.
So let's give them a kind of an inkling what we're going to be going over, because we're going to be the Fools and Bulls. The reason I named it that, because there are people that have been lying and manipulating and been wrong from the beginning. Those are the fools, and then the bulls are people that have supported us and Bullinator and recognizing his memory. So I decided to call it Fools and Bulls. We had a lot of different names we were going to come up with, but I think that really just, to me, incorporates two very diametrically opposite groups, the fools and the bulls, because that's what I want to call them. But anyways, we're going to be going over the comments on the Non-Sequitur Show channel on the 29th, and going over the people that got it right and going over people that got it wrong. And I want to give you guys just like two things to give you guys like an idea of how much just wrongness there was. Just absolute wrongness.
Before we actually start showing some of those comments, though, Wrote No Last Name for Two said, "Dear Uni, neener."
Oh, you know what's so funny? I'm telling you, that dude's still going to spin this, right? He said, we'd be like, well, Kyle didn't do anything wrong. Steve's lying. Still, Kyle still has a half control. No, he doesn't. He has nothing.
I have more control
at
than
this point,
Kyle
believe what you
right
want.
now.
But I literally put this on the channel. The excommunication is Red's video. Kyle has nothing. Whatever.
Nikki Daly said, "Please tell me Steve isn't producing the show." Yeah, that will be me.
Well,
Steve's not allowed.
I'm doing this.
Of course you are. They can tell this is you doing this. Intrigued.
Okay. Rude. Hashtag rude.
Intrigue Feline says, so Chesh is going to do 95% of the work with all of the graphics. As of right now, Steve is mostly in charge of guests. I am contributing to that a little bit with two things in particular. The rest right now is mostly Steve's doing. As for the art and graphics, that is mostly me doing the work with Steve contributing like the themey ideas.
This is called synergy. I kind of have some ideas. She has ideas, and we kind of just mix them and mull them over, and then she refines them, and then we agree this is what we want. Wow. Who would have thought that's how it's supposed to work?
One of the membership rewards that we're thinking about putting in is allowing, we're going to record some of the conversation, me and Steve in the background. We're setting up and getting ready and figuring out what we want to do for shows and stuff. And
they're so great. They're so great. I'm telling you right now.
You want to know how we work and how we put a show together? You become members and you'll find out whenever we finish setting that up. It'll be before the 29th. So if you're interested in becoming a member and those rewards and what they're going to be, we're still spitballing around a couple ideas. So if you have ideas, please feel free to let us know. Email them to Steve probably, or tweet them at me or at either of us. That's totally fine. Publicly, privately, doesn't really matter. But point being, that if you really want to know,
yes,
backstage access, you can get some of that.
Chester and I laugh our ass off. It's so fucking hilarious.
Barretto for 5 said, "First super chat ever. Congratulations, Steve. You deserve it. Already resubbed to Non-Sequitur Show. Looking forward to some cool shows. Bull forever."
Thank you.
Yes, that is everything right now. Dapper said, when will we get to see the I Am Non-Sequitur Show compilation? Well, half the people didn't send me their shit, so I'm willing, if you want to resend me stuff and you guys really do want to see that video, start sending it to me again now, and I'll just do it from scratch.
You still have those old clips though, right?
Yeah.
Or just start from scratch.
I still have them, but my laptop kind of died, so I might be able to get them again, but it'd be better.
It's just easier if maybe just everybody redoes and start from scratch. So send those to her.
From scratch. Letty said, what about Streamlabs? What about Steam Labs? I mean Streamlabs. We're not going to be using Streamlabs. Don't worry, I already got that sorted out. Yeah. We have another question that is from Inkboy that says, how many shows are going to be on the massive amount of new gained information from the Non-Sequitur Show and its associated accounts?
Okay, so we want to ease into this. We've got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of people to reach out to. So the first month, we're doing one show a week. And the times still wants to be around 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 o'clock Eastern. But the days may be a little difficult because, again, guests have to have their own time schedule as well. So we're planning on one show a week, although we kind of recognize that as, people, if it gets popular and things of that nature, we might do 2 shows in January for like coming up. But the first couple of weeks, initially, we're just going to be doing one show. February, we're going to be trying to do, obviously, 2 shows a week. but no promises there. And we're going to try to ease into this. But the more people that reach out to us, more guests that want to be on the channel, the more topics that we have. And by the way, I got a list of topics. I got a list of guests. I'm trying to make all this
obviously
happen.
as things get rolling and the bigger it gets, the more we'll be able to produce.
Yes.
Especially once we get things settled and once we've got everything put together. We've got most of it set up and ready to go. It's just going to be the finagly bits of, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Been a while.
Can I read
All
these
right,
two? Can I do these two questions?
I mean, I've still got questions, but go for it.
Real quick. Kino says, can I share on Facebook? Yes, absolutely. Share. Yeah, share all this stuff. Share the Non-Sequitur Show. Share everything. And Manya says she wants to give me a good Microsoft headset. No, this headset is brand new, and this is the Microsoft that Bull got me. I love this mic. I don't need anything. I really don't. So thank you for that, Manya. I don't need.
Oh.
I like this mic.
Julie,
But one sec. I will be moving next month, so the acoustics are going to be different. So we'll see how that works then.
Julie will. I mean, maybe we'll set up an Amazon wish list for us, and we'll. So I'll let you know when that goes up, if that goes up for Non Sequitur. Julie, who is newer, said, "Gotta go, guys. I will catch the replay to keep caught up. The youngins are hollering hungry. LOL. Congrats, and looking forward to the new / old show. Catch y'all later. Thank you very much, Julie.
Thank you, Julie.
Letty sent a rose. Thank you, Letty.
Thank you, Letty. Back at you. Look at his icon. Look at his icon.
Oh,
love that.
Rez said, can you say which social media accounts for Non-Sequitur Show do you have access to, and are the DMs available? And as a follow-up question, Oshkosh Bajosh asked, do you guys have control over the Non-Sequitur Show Discord?
No, we do not have the Discord. We're not going to be getting the Discord. We don't care about the Discord. We're going to start a whole Discord up from scratch. And by the way, I will just put it out there now because I didn't ask him in private. I'm going to ask him in public. I would love if Surgeon General would be the person that would be doing the admin for our Discord, if he's listening, or will listen to, because he usually does. He has been exceptionally fastidious through all this. He's a great guy, and he knows his stuff very well. So I'm formally asking Surgeon General if he wants to be part of the team, because we are going to be forming a team for Non-Sequitur. That's not just words. We do need help, and we recognize that, and we want to form a team to people that want to be a part of it. I want Surgeon General to be the admin for the Discord of the Non-Sequitur Show that we're going to be starting from scratch. That fair? That cool? Just so I was like, well, what about me? It's more like, hey, look, we got enough to do.
I don't run my own Discord. Are you kidding?
Yeah. So
I just know a guy.
Shout out to Surgeon General there.
Daniel Cooper said, what is the over-under on how many hours Puny will be on Periscope about this episode?
5 million. Plus or minus 5. Plus or minus 2. In perpetuity. Yeah, I mean, dude, look, I have recognized that I occupy, 99% of his 2 brain cells. I recognize that. His life is dedicated to me. Menaces of Brighty's life is dedicated to me. Negative Exponent's life seems to be dedicated to me. I get it. These people have no lives other than me. Matter of fact, looking at the Non-Sequitur Show live chat, when it was live, there was people over there that seemed to be, again, dedicating their entire life to me, like Sinister Porpoise. It's like, really? It's fine. I mean, what are they going to do? We're not going to be talking about any of them on the Non-Sequitur Show channel, ever. Anybody who does talk about them, they're just going to be shut down. We're not going to discuss them. They're not relevant to the Non-Sequitur Show. They can have 50 million videos about the Non-Sequitur Show, which is a promotion for us, right? I mean,
yeah. What we're going to have to do is there are people already now volunteering their time and energy. Please, if you do want to volunteer or have a skill or asset that you would like to volunteer to the show, reach out to Steve on the email. Yes. That will be the best way to get in contact, so we can keep organized and not turning into a complete shit show.
Yeah, email me on the Non-Sequitur Show email, because I'm doing all that through that's all going to be that's a business type thing.
Yes. Okay. Makeup said, blah, blah, blah. Do we get to look forward to a certain LARPer to get Kyle in an interview soon to say how Steve is lying about all this? I don't know. If he doesn't have a phone, I don't know how much of an internet connection the dude has. So Kyle's also been like suspiciously absent from Unirock's channel for quite some time. So
I think I can't say this for sure, but I'm gathering that he probably recognizes that Uni was no help to him, and that probably cost him a lot, because Uni facilitated a very false narrative about Kyle moving, facilitated a fraudulent GoFundMe, seemed to cover up for abuse of his boyfriend, lying about people, submitting altered evidence that Kyle, that Unirock said didn't happen, which we know did. whatever.
Julie, before she left, asked, does it leave you with a skeptical view on, since she said she was going to be watching the replay anyway, does it leave you with a skeptical view on working with others after all of this? How do you protect yourself from this happening again, or to others, advice you would offer from this experience?
Yes and no. I mean, look, I still want to do things, without any kind of real formal thing, only because that's how I've always operated. I mean, Chester and I have a very, very good understanding. She knows exactly what the plans are. She gets paid, unlike me.
I've made more money off of NonSequitur than Steve has.
Right, exactly. I mean, Chester is going to be taken care of. I mean, she already knows. I mean, I do have obviously, controlling interest, but her input is malleable. So
controlling interest, my ass.
Everything's in her name, anyways. I mean, but it's
that's what he thinks.
But I mean, but a partnership is two people willing to work together and two people willing to compromise. And over the years, Chester and I have developed that Kyle and I never had, apparently. And I don't think Chester is in any way dumb enough to fall for any of their fuckery and listen to any of those people when they spew bullshit. She's not exactly as dumb as people seem to want to portray her as, and that's to her advantage. So, yeah, I mean, certain things I've learned, but for the most part, look, I mean... Oh,
yeah, by the way, if you guys want, you can actually also follow the NonSequitur Show Twitter account. Here's the link. By the way, here's the thing. This is what I have done, and it kind of goes to Godless Scummer's question about my hostile takeover and how that's going. The answer is that Steve can't really do this shit without me anymore.
That's pretty much, yeah, there's some truism from that. I mean, look, matter of fact, we're going to be reading another comment here in a second. I have one on the screen. We're going to be doing one to kind of show you some of this comment was new, too. So, I mean, even though in Fools and Bulls, I'm going to be reading comments that didn't really age very well, there's one comment that was really recent that I want to show that gives you an indication how dumb people still are, even though... We
are also going to have to reach out to Astronomy Live to see if he can dump those comments back on that were deleted.
Yeah, I want to hold off on that only because I don't know the legalities of that. YouTube might have an issue with that because I might consider botting.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that, but we still have them and we could read them. So
yes, Kawasa45 says, I mean, if we're the cultists, how come it's they who can't live without you, Steve?
Well, that's why look at the way I'm dressed. Like, look at the background. I mean, clearly this is a cult, but it's not. None of us are in the cult. They're in the cult of Steve because they can't live without me. Their whole lives are focused around me. This is evidential. I don't even have to prove anything at that point because you just go ahead, watch their stuff. You're always like, watch my videos. Go ahead, watch his videos and show, see for yourself. This guy's a lying piece of shit. I mean, you don't need me to prove that to you any longer. So we're not going to be talking about him.
Yeah. You're going to get sued for mental damages to people, brain injuries, Steve, if you say something like that.
I don't know if you saw. Did you see Mika's raised question? Oh, have you got up there yet? Or statement?
I'm still going. So if you have a statement, I'm grabbing a couple of them, but not too many. So if it's a statement, you might want to go for it.
Mika Ray says, "Wow, Menace to Sobriety is saying you screwed around for 2 years and then agreed to settle." No. Let me. No. Jesus Christ. Okay, let me. I'm not. This is not directed to Mika at all. This is directed because Menace is a complete freaking moron.
Brilliant. No, don't explain it. Big brain.
Big brain time.
Yes, Menace. That is what happened. Good job. You figured it out, champ.
The settlement is called a confession of judgment,
where he has recognized he has done some bad things, and he has agreed to pay it back, rather than us having to go after him, for 10 years and garnish. We can't garnish his wages because in North Carolina, but we could seize his property. We could do that as many times as we want. The sheriffs can go out there and seize his property from his mom's house or wherever. If he ever gets anything, we can seize that. We can garnish his bank accounts. We can't garnish his wages, but we can his bank accounts. The quote settlement is not a settlement like, oh, we're settling the lawsuit. It is the end result of a judgment against him of how to recoup the losses. You fucking moron.
Steve, you used words that are more than 4 letters long with more than 2 syllables.
Josh, can you explain time to him?
No. Go watch my video. Go watch my premiere if you want to learn how time works.
Menace, you are a fucking moron. I swear to God, just please stop.
Brilliant.
I don't know what else to say to you, man. You need help. Get help. You get help, man. Just fuck, man. Get help.
Manya's yelling at you saying, "Who cares what Menace thinks?"
well, look, for comedic purposes, it's entertaining. The guy is just too stupid for words. I mean, it just mind-boggling that he's still actively seemingly trying to support Kyle. I don't get it. But whatever. Hey,
you
your
mean
thing,
he's
guys.
actively
Do your thing.
supporting his
You know.
domestic violence? What the fuck? All right. Anyway,
Yeah, you notice they hear
boy-
certain words and their minds go and they don't understand the context involved with the terminology. The
Yeah.
court case has been done. He lost. He lost the court case. Now it's how do we get restitution from him? That's what's going on. It's called confession of judgment. Okay, so
Menace is just going to be upset because we have all of the conversations between him and Kyle that may or may not exist.
we have stuff.
All right, Ink Boy said, "Are you still going to do stuff on your secondary channels?"
Oh
Of
yes,
course.
absolutely. Yes, I'm still look. This channel is going to be going as strongly as ever. Still going to be doing philosophy and atheism and just fun stuff and I guess drama stuff too because I guess people like that. Jessar is going to get some culture art that time of the month, which has been highly successful. I think.
I have a little mini series that I'm working on called "Fix That For You."
Yeah, and when I say highly successful, by the way, people will always say, "Well, you only have this many views." Look, success isn't a number of views specifically; is how many people like that show, and a lot of people like that show. That to me is success.
Dapper says Menace is super salty right now. It's funny.
Super salty.
My unfinished journey for 5. Fuck.
Puck
Is
here
that
from
Menace outside?
Menace is his trigger word.
outside? Is he so mad that he decided to finally show up at my house?
Yes.
My unfinished journey for 5 said, Steve, does taking care of Chesh include rehab, liver transplant, etc., or are you assuming that's not necessary since she's Canadian?
If she ever needs a testicle, I guess, then I can give her one of those because we haven't decided what gender is, so we don't even know what body part she could use of mine.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
The Iron Horse 72 said non-sex show action figures in 2022.
Live action play would be really fun for Non-Sequitur.
A play?
Yes.
Oh,
The
God.
opera. Non-Sequitur, the opera.
No.
I just gave Uni an idea. Watch him. Steve
Feline.
Batman, Steve lied, Steve this, Steve that.
A couple of people have asked this, including Feline and Inkboy. What about Bool's program and VMix?
We are working to get VMix back. As far as Bull's program, that's all that I have nothing to do with his channel. Or his I think it's just memorialized at this point.
I mean, I think they mean like Bool's program was VMix, but also like the Bool's layouts and stuff. And the stuff
we're going to have to redo all that stuff
Probably once we get VMix back, I guess.
We do have we do have the thumbnails though, don't we? Like the
Yes.
old thumbnail.
Yeah, I have all
stuff.
the artwork and stuff. You sent all that.
We have all that stuff. So, TD Lane asked, will you ruin the internet again by bringing Kent Hovind back after his next stint in prison?
Sure. Yeah, Kent wants to come on.
I don't know. He's a domestic abuser now. We might want to avoid that.
We had Kyle on.
But we didn't know.
That's true. That's true. Read Gup's thing real quick. Just get that out of the way.
Which one? From the About page?
Yeah.
From the About page, Non-Sequitur Show is hosted by Steve McRae and Victoria Klein. Hello, that's me. Hi.
Wow. Yes. Nobody doxed her. She is going to be using.
doxed.
She's going to be using her actual name.
Maybe. Some
Well,
variation.
Yeah. Well, some variant. I'm going to be, but you are going to be. I'm still. Your name's been out there, and people. I want to. I want it to be professional. So she decided to actually just go with it. So yeah.
We'll have. I have a couple of names in the works. I probably let people in my Discord make fun of me and decide what might be a good idea. I've just gotten so used to people calling me Chesh that it's kind of
it's gonna be a balance. It's gonna be a balance, but at least guests can call you Victoria or something like that.
Yeah, Victoria's also long, so
Vicky?
I'm probably gonna get a shorthand.
Nobody ever calls you Vicky. Vic. You look like a Vic.
Vic works. Tori would work. Rio would work. I don't know.
Think of something. You do you.
I like
It's a
V,
label.
but there's already a V, and I don't want to step on her toe or step on their toes. Ash Scott said, "Don't forget RJ's $20 bet that Kyle never spent the money." Fucking lol.
What was that?
Remember that mod RJ that had the Captain Jack Sparrow icon that was deleting everybody? Yeah, I guess he bet $20 that.
Oh yeah, no, they're all like, Kyle has the money. Kyle has the money. Steve, you know, even Shannon Q. Yeah. Kyle has the money. Oh, she knows she got duped at least though, but the rest of them never figured it out. She was the only one smart enough to eventually realize that Kyle was lying to her, but everybody else was still like, Kyle has the money. They offered to pay. He never offered to pay me a dime.
Summer Ash says that
we talked about it, but it never happened.
Summer Ash says that they're going to spend some time over the holidays to write a stage play for Non Sequitur. If you do, please send it to us.
Oh God, yes, please.
I would love to do like a table reading. So if you do that, actually send that to me. Send it to the Non Sequitur Show email because Documenting Hate said, will Puff Wiggly be able to participate on Non Sequitur Show? Unlike here, we don't know why you can't participate here.
And look, here's the thing with alts. I can't be for certain who they are, so as long as they behave. But as soon as they start, you know, I mean, I don't think he's one of the trolls. But I mean, other people that come in on alt accounts, which they will because they're obsessed by us, because all their main accounts are going to be eventually blocked. Yeah, they're gonna be coming back on their alts, and they're gonna be like, you know,
I demand Vic and a mustache.
So,
all right, fair enough.
What else you got? What other questions?
Historical philosopher said, Steve and Chesh, how close will the content of the new show be to the old one, i.e., flat Earth debates and young Earth creationist debates?
Yeah, we're gonna be having that kind of stuff. I do want to go in a more of a hard hitting direction. We're gonna be tackling some very serious topics, having very very interesting dialogues and guests. But yeah, we're gonna still have some of that stuff. I mean, I'm trying to get Sephardi to come on. He hasn't accepted yet. But me and Dr. Jonathan Sephardi have been talking for a very very long time now, years in fact. Matter of fact, he has actually putting my atheist semantic collapse argument on the Creationist Ministries International's webpage. So I mean, he does use my arguments against atheists, not against young Earth creationists. He knows I'm a staunch anti-young Earth creationist, but he also recognizes that my arguments are pretty solid, so he would be a great guest. But yeah, we're gonna be doing more of that stuff. Sure, absolutely.
I don't see why we wouldn't. I really hope that Erica and Dapper Dino will be able to join us to potentially have some flat Earth, or sorry, not flat Earth. Hopefully they don't end up having to talk to Nathan Thompson again. But young Earth creationist debate type stuff, as well as I'm sure that if Jackson Wheat wants to come on and Professor Dan, any of them will be more than welcome. I've seen a lot of people over on Modern Day Debates that I'm sure will be more than welcome over at the Non Sequitur Show. I do know we're planning on shifting a little bit from like the more formal style debates into you get 5 to 10 minutes to say your point and your position. You get 5 to 10 minutes to do your presentation. And now we're going to open floor, have a discussion, which will include even more of the live chat than was included previously. So it's still going to be the same kind of content with some weird stuff, some stuff that's more interview style, and of course there will be some debate type stuff. And I'm sure, unlike what Kyle was trying to do, there will not be forced dumpster fires, but naturally occurring ones.
You know what? Maybe we should call you Victoria the Vicar.
Oh,
Vicar Victoria.
Viscous.
B squared. Viscous. B squared.
B squared.
I just shotgunning. Anyways, what we got? We got so many more questions. By the way, can you read what this guy's comment that I posted up there? Is just golden.
Oh, not Garth said golden. Not outright, that's for sure. Or Kyle's name wouldn't be in there.
Kyle's name's not in there, you dumbass.
Responding to does Steve have control of Non Sequitur Show? Not outright.
Well, I mean, okay, technically he's right. My lawyer has it primary,
like
but I mean,
technically right in the wrong. He's technically right in the wrongest way possible.
Yeah, but see what I'm saying? These people are so stupid. They literally have no idea what's going on. And instead of just listening to us, because everything I've said has been true. Everything I've said, especially the last couple of weeks, I've been hyper nailing what I've been trying to put out to make sure that we're putting out the truth, but we're slow burning kind of thing, especially Unirock and the rest of them. We're just kind of putting it out there. Maybe people can figure it out. Maybe they can't. But this guy right here is one of the dumbest out there who literally, for some stupid reason, thinks that Kyle still has a portion of the show. That's just stupid. I mean, how dumb can you be, man? Like, legit. I mean, is there a limit of how stupid a person can get? Because it has been put out there numerous times. Kyle is not going to be part of the show. Kyle has no controlling interest of the show. Kyle stole from the show. Kyle committed fraud, embezzlement. You know, he wasn't convicted of it.
God.
So I can't say he was convicted
Steve's
of
going
embezzlement.
off.
I mean, I can't deal with dumb very well. You know that. I have a hard time with dumb. I do. I have a hard time with dumb. What do you want from me?
Stonebutt for $4.99 says, don't go too hard on the McRae anti-fans. They're having a rough night tonight. Congrats on finally sort of getting the channel back.
But are they? No, I think for some reason they're going to try to spin it in a win for them. I don't know how, but they're going to try. Matter of fact, we'll be showing you
it's the Black Knight.
Today.
What are you going to do? Nibble my legs?
I don't know. But look, they're not going to stop. They're going to be around in perpetuity. Their whole lives are dedicated to the Non-Sequitur Show and me and Chester. That's their lives. So we might as well utilize them. We might as well incorporate them somehow to advertise for us, because people out there are starting to go, man, these people are saying some dumbass shit. Let's go watch Non-Sequitur. Okay, that works for me. It's about 5. It's, by the way, Lisa Lou, it's about 4 or 5 more days, I think. It's already been a couple days, but
Helios 575 said, accidentally took a nap and missed this. Can anyone TLDR what the reveal was? That makes me so happy.
I'm actually Chesh, and that's Steve. That's the big reveal. All along.
We were actually the opposite names the whole time.
Yes.
We got Non-Sequitur Show back. Go look at the premiere video that is out there right now. Go check it out. Feel free to resub if you are so inclined. Memberships coming soon. We will have that stream that is Fools and Bulls is us. It's going to be to honor Bull and the people who have been with us throughout this 2-year stint, and to have a good laugh at some jackasses, since that will be the only time these motherfuckers will ever be mentioned on the show. And then in the new year, fresh with our regular scheduled content. We have Athens asking, where is Puck going to be in non-sec? Right here.
Where he always is.
Right here. Puck will be right here. He will also probably be an emote if you are a member on the channel. I am working on the emotes. I have like 3 or 4 of them done so far. We'll get there.
Let me address this one. Tekatron, Minister Sobriety is already spinning that Steve quote settled. Let me very unequivocally. I'm gonna do a Chesh. I'm gonna speak as Chesh, because Chesh does it exceptionally well. So I'm gonna try to emulate her. Okay, so let me explain this to you in a way you can understand. There was no settlement. The case was resolved in my favor. Kyle, in part of the restitution agreement, which is a form of a settlement agreement that's saying I settle to this, or this happens and all this judgment comes back and all this happens. That is a very separate thing. That's part of what's called confession of judgment. So the lawsuit was not, quote, settled. He lost by default judgment. The settlement is part of the confession of judgment, which is after the default judgment.
So time exists.
Time exists. Time is a thing. Wobbly, wibbly, soupy thing. But it exists. So after the default judgment comes the part where Kyle recognizes that he screwed up and has to pay me restitution. That's the settlement agreement, having to do with how he pays me back, what time frame he has, how long he has to do it. If you want to call that being settled, fine, but you're kind of an idiot. That's not had anything to do with the Non-Sequitur Show case being settled. That was already done. He lost, full out.
Rez for 100. Thank you, Rez. I'm sorry, Menace. I can't hear you over all this money you wish you had. I am giving to the winners of this winning court case they won, because they deserve to win this winning court case despite your poor ass objections to the contrary. Hashtag winners cry, losers cry.
That's freaking hilarious. Oh my God.
That was better than whatever you were saying.
Yes, it was. Thank you, Rez. That's freaking hilarious. You know, it's so funny. It really...
Steve mind controlled the judge and fooled the entire legal system to usurp Kyle's position as the king. Ghost Dog, good to see you, Ghost Dog. For 2 said, congrats, Steve and Chesh. Thank you. It finally happened. Yes.
I have champagne, but I have it at a friend's house right now. But I haven't been able to pop it. I'll get it for Fools and Bulls. Yeah.
Yeah, same. Well, not champagne, nor at a friend's house, but I'll get myself something to drink before then. Helio said, okay, so this question is worth a super chat. What is up with Steve looking like he's about to break bad?
I'm cold.
He's a cult leader.
I'm
What
cult
do you mean?
leader. I'm like, what the hell? Why not?
He's a cold cult leader.
Look. Part of the Non-Sequitur Show has always been things that have been a little bit irrespectful, a little bit on edge, and dealing with that kind of iconography. I'm going with that. I happen to like that kind of iconography. Just does as well. I got a little echo. That you or me?
It's not me.
Echo. Weird. But yeah, so I mean,
You're
if people
ascending to godhood.
I'm ascending
and so
to
your
an
voice is
actual
starting to echo.
full-on Non-Sequitur cult leader. So Non-Sequitur Show,
sure, if you want to subscribe and consider yourself part of the cult, that's great. But the cultists are really those guys that are worshiping me and the show. But you know, it's
Thanks for the free promo, I guess.
Right?
Godless Comer for 2 said, guys like Menace give stupid people bad names.
They do. I feel sorry for stupid people. That Menace is actually in that same subset of people.
People are saying that yes, Kyle's name is in the description. Yes, it is.
Which description?
Yes, it is. Of the live stream.
What are you talking about? Where?
Did you actually forget that that's a thing?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god. Okay, go to the Non-Sequitur Show channel.
Yes.
Look at the stream that's going to happen on the 29th. Look at the description. Kyle's name is in there.
Oh.
I told you.
Oh, okay. I'll
Yes.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yes. You good?
Yes, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Is your surname misspelled on the Non-Sequitur Show about info? I rarely see it spelled that way. Nope, that is the way it is spelled.
I double checked it. I really did. I did. I'm not kidding you, Jess. I double checked it.
Sorry. We are at RT says true or false. Kyle and Nathan Thompson once shared a cell for a day.
well, that would be funny.
Not that I am aware of, but that would be funny.
Yeah.
Letty says, just trying to cover all the bases. Will there be a Non-Sequitur Show game server or some type, possibly if Patreon gets big enough? Hey, if it's an option, I have no problem.
Why not?
Yep.
Why not?
That for sure.
So I think it's about time we read this particular comment, which was from today. What do you think, Chesh?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things, and then I'll go.
Okay.
Then we'll
I'll just put it on the screen
Okay.
so people can kind of glance at it. Right.
Barreto said, can you guys bring in Vin from Vin and Story to Non-Sequitur Show, please?
Absolutely. I love Vin and Story. Then they would be happy to join. Matter of fact, I will. I'll send an invite out for the 29th, but I want them to join that, but I'd love to have them as guests, and absolutely they'll join. Vin is a pretty big fan of mine. I mean, he actually even said that I'm probably one of his 3 favorite YouTubers. So
Devious Doggo says, better see non-sec cult merch. Don't worry, I am working on that.
Yep.
Twisted said, will you compete with Modern Day Debates? My girlfriend is a mod there. Mod me again and I will go to war with them for lulz. We might have a fun rivalry type war, but we won't be doing the same type of thing.
Chris says it says you can hang out with Kyle after the show. Yeah, I've still got to like remove certain things. I've already changed the copyright to my name and all that stuff, so I haven't fixed everything yet. It takes time. So if you see something that like that, I will correct it, but I'll do that after the show today. Because you don't get to hang out with Kyle. Well, if you want to go visit him in jail, maybe. I mean, I don't know if he goes back.
Dapper Dino says that he really wants to talk to Sarfati. I got some bones to pick with that dude. Oh, hell yeah. If we can set that up, absolutely. Devious Doggo says, I want to talk to Darth Dawkins. I mean, Steve's good with that guy, aren't you? You might be able to pull something out. Pull some strings.
I'm not going to say I'm not going to allow Darth Dawkins on the channel, but I've offered to have him come on many times before, and he's always wussed out. So whatever. I'm not...
we can certainly try.
Yeah.
Inkboy says, question, will you reuse the old Non-Sequitur Show graphics just because you can? Maybe a little bit, but that's a secret, so you have to watch to find out. TD Lane says, Steve to Kyle, you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
No soup for you.
And then the last 2 questions are ones that were relating to Hereticals asking if the Jimmy Snow stuff was going to be up. Fernando was asking about KJ stuff, and Dapper was asking about please keep up the G-Man epic debate win on the Non-Sequitur Show channel. We might change the name of that stream, though. Real quick from the chat before we look at the comment that you've brought up. If Steve wants to laugh, he should open the last DM I sent to the Non-Sequitur Show Twitter. Steve McCrae, did you see that Dillahunty said he should have a smug in their AXP merch store? Well, I mean, I already made the best smug ever, so who cares?
Just type.
just tuned in, what happened? Non-Sequitur Show's back. Go check there for the excommunication video premiere that just came out. We will be streaming over there on the 29th. Feel free to join us. Feel free to hit that like bell and subscribe over there if you are wanting to do so. Cajun Crustacean 45. I'll drink to literally all of this. Menace to Sobriety Uni and their ilk are to stupidity as the cola super deep borehole is to a pothole. The Athens for 2 said, at least on Non-Sequitur Show, there will be moderation. I see that the war with modern day debates is already starting.
Wait, what war with modern day debates? I just talked to James just yesterday. I'm trying to help him with something. There's literally no war there.
There won't be any. There won't be any real beef.
We
might throw shade at each other.
James and I have very different moderation style, but
all in good fun.
The dude I give him full props for taking. What we did on the Non-Sequitur Show, making his own and making something out of it. Dude, I give him full props for that, dude. I'm more than willing to help him out. I have helped him out with a guest before, a few times. Matter of fact, James has asked me to help him find some guests for a certain topic. I'm more than willing to help him out, have been. He asked me this the other day. So, by the way, I'll even put it out there. If you're an atheist and you want to debate a theist on a big name theist on a very specific topic, which I'm not going to give out what it is because it's his channel, but I need to find somebody who's a relatively more well-known atheist, somebody who at least has a little bit of, because he wants, somebody to talk to a big name theist. So email me. We're going to be frenemies.
Yeah. I'm all about this. Steve is all about, oh no, we totally get along in the background. He tells everybody everything all the time. No, we're going to have like fun shade beef with James. It's going to be a good time.
All in good fun. He'll beat my ass, man.
It's going to be fun. All right. So
if you were still asking questions, but he's a great guy. That's his style though. That's fine.
If you are still asking questions, please feel free. I will be grabbing them. But Steve, if you would like to read the comments that you wanted to talk about, so we can get onto that. And I will still be, if you're asking questions or have things you want to say, I am still grabbing stuff as we're going here.
And to Kyle's Goldfish, I saw your DM, but unfortunately, I don't know what it is. It sometimes cuts off everything prior. When you go into somebody's DM and you only see like what's new. I don't know why that is, but it just says something about me lying, kidding, I'm sure, but I don't know what you're even referring to. So let me know what you're referring to, because again, everything I've been saying is exactly true. I don't even do a white lie when it comes to Non-Sequitur. I want to make sure that it was put out exactly what it is, because I did not have primary, and I still don't have primary. All right, so anyway, so Fools and Bulls, we're going to be going to go over the comments that didn't age well, and obviously the comments that did support us. And I want to basically maybe a little name and shame kind of thing. I mean, these people got things wrong from day one. Now, a few of them obviously can run the excuse, well, I believe Kyle, blah, blah, blah. But at a certain point, when does that stop? When is that excuse no longer valid, right? Because this is only 11 hours ago. This person is 11 hours ago on the
community tab. Now,
if you guys look at the community tab on the Non-Sequitur Show, yes, I did put on there for memberships. But what's funny is I wasn't even talking about us having memberships, which we will. But I wanted to see if people thought that was Kyle or Demi or whoever people were saying. I didn't intentionally think it was put out there as Demi, but I thought it was kind of funny that her name got involved in that. But I wanted to see
her name got involved in that because she involved herself.
Right, exactly. But I want to see if they thought at least wasn't me, and you give a yes or no. Right, that's what the goal was for that. And it was just. How many people out there were voting no, thinking it was Kyle, or compared to, So I thought that was an interesting little thing.
Let's see here.
So this was from a Melissa Wood, and it says, the problem is Kyle did everything for the channel, literally everything.
Can I just break this up as we go, because there's just so much wrongness here?
Well, we've got two options. Either we just read through it really quickly as far as you can get, or we just kind of break it up as we go.
Well, you tell me what to do, Chesh.
I would say break it up as you go, because that's a big ass.
It's a big ass thing. I prefer that as well.
So it's already
it's
already well established that no, Kyle didn't do everything for the channel. Kyle's job per se was basically doing the artwork. I was the one scheduling the people. I was the one getting the guests. I was the one coming up with most of the topics. And even when I did schedule people or try to get people to get in touch with them, go ahead.
I mean, keeping in mind that we saw the quality of guests while Kyle was still trying to run the show in between, in that little interim. It was like, what, 2 months, 3 months, maybe?
And there wasn't
There wasn't there. Yeah, exactly. There were no guests,
And that one guest was G-Man. That's the best he could get was G-Man.
And I also did the retrospective to look at those older shows, and the ones that didn't have Steve, like Ad Homies and The Smoking Nun. They were not good. They were not good.
Yeah. So that's well established. That's you know what? Let's ask the audience if these statements were false. Just say T or F or true or false, whatever you want to do it.
Press X to doubt.
No matter what you think of him, everything you see and hear in old non-sequitur videos is Kyle. No. In this creativity, artwork, ideas, title, music, thumbnails, most of the guests were brought in by Kyle and the people he had to be part of the shows on the channel.
I want to know how that person knows this.
Yeah, it's kind of odd because, correct me if I'm wrong, Chess, but who brought in people like Arn Ra?
You.
Matt Dillahunty?
You. Well, not Matt. Matt never went on the Non-Sequitur Show, did he?
Yes, he debated inspiring philosophy.
Oh, well, there you go. I assume that was you.
No, wasn't. No, he's been on. He was on, but wait, who? Yeah, he debated inspiring philosophy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyways, these are the connections I had in the atheist community that he didn't have. Is my point. Nathan, Dr. Nathaniel Jensen. I mean, Ivy Astrophysicist has ever been on the show.
And Ovind.
I said Kent. But every science person on there, every philosopher person, that was me. God didn't have those connections. Lawrence Krauss was mostly Bill Ludlow, but I was working with.
But Bill was through you.
Yeah, Bill was for me. Yeah, so
yeah.
Lawrence Krauss. Yeah,
Bill had nothing to do with Kyle.
Yeah, nothing to do with Kyle. Kyle didn't have anything to do with that stream, getting it together. So I don't know. Why she thinks this, but anyways, Steve didn't do anything for the channel. He just showed up. The shows he was on. Yeah, because, nothing goes into these things, right? Just show up and shit happens, right? Not that I had to read Lawrence Krauss' book over again. I've already read it before. So I could have a conversation with him on the topic. No, I just showed up.
Can I just take this little giant package and drop it on Melissa's head and say, what about Bull?
What about Bull? What did Bull do then? If Kyle was everything, what did Bull do to the show, Melissa Wood? Let me ask you that. Hashtag, what about Bull? You think Bull just sat around and twiddled his thumbs?
How does this
Phoenix is a hard fucking program to use.
Of this?
Well, this is, I'm assuming this is a pseudonym or girl.
Well, it just sounds like somebody who's never actually worked on a channel or a show and has no idea how anything works and is just, making shit up for the lulz.
This is 11 hours ago. This isn't from last year.
Yeah.
So they say, let's see here. Steve did anything in the channel. He just showed up for the show. How will, quote, the old non-sequitur ever possibly, quote, be back without the person who literally created it and worked his tail off on it? Hello, Wave. I helped create it. Like I said, Kyle created the name, but a lot of the stuff that we talked about was the kind of iconography we wanted was a mutual thing.
Right.
By the way, the similar kind of iconography that Cheshire and I have been talking about. I've always said from the beginning I like this kind of motif. Look at my background. I had that when I was in high school. That kind of background on my how you take a book.
Yes. Yeah. Steve is a fucking edgelord. He's basically evil Kermit the Frog. Modern Day Debates for 5 says, excited you're back at the helm of the Black Pearl again, Steve. You helped Modern Day Debate get started, and I'd be happy to try and help you back.
God damn it, James! You just spoiled everything. People are supposed to think we hate each other and shit like that.
We've got beef.
Damn you! You ruined 2 years of planning on this, James. No, but like I said, look, I do support Modern Day Debate. I've been on the channel. We don't have to have similar styles, but I applaud him for taking all that and run with it and making it his own. Why would I not? I found that to be creative. He's not doing anything like what Unirock tried to do and try to take Ask a Philosopher or something like that.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was funny.
Seeing Unirock and Nick Suter and Sinister Porpoise trying to make an Ask a Philosopher I died. It was so funny.
But I am shining it out there. Like I said, Modern Day Debate has asked me to try to find atheists. I've been really, 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 really busy. I asked him to give me a few days, but if you are I don't want to say a super high atheist, but if you're an atheist that have some kind of presence, email me at the address nonsequiturshow@protonmail.com, and I will get you in touch with James and all that other stuff.
And by the way, if you wanted to watch any of the old Non-Sequitur Show episodes, feel free now.
And
I mean,
and I tell you what, I will be more than happy.
You can go and watch the Lawrence Krauss episode and see what Kyle had to say to Lawrence Krauss.
I would be more than happy to have guests on and work with James. So when I get in touch with a guest and we have them on for a certain thing, if they want to do a debate on his channel on some similar topic or whatever topic and all that, he's part of the team for that, as far as I'm concerned.
Double header. Oppie for 199 says, "What do you mean? Kyle did 95% of the work."
Yeah.
Hopefully that was sarcastic enough for you.
So Steve has had 2.5 years to produce anything like the Non-Sequitur Show did in the past on his own channel, and he has never even attempted to. Exactly. I've never even attempted to. Why? Because we want it on the Non-Sequitur Show. A lot of the ideas that we talked about, we want on the Non-Sequitur Show. I didn't want on my channel. I didn't want to make a Non-Sequitur on my channel. One, there's something called copyright, and which had to be resolved during a court battle that I had for 2 years. That has to be resolved because Kyle already filed 4 fraudulent false DMCAs against my personal channel.
Yep.
So now that I will have it in writing that he has nothing to do with that, he can't even, falsely strike me if he ever decides to do anything like that. So that's a thing, okay? But I didn't want to put Non-Sequitur Show on my channel. Why? Now, granted, we didn't expect it to last 2 years or over 2 years. I get that, right? But who the hell can plan on a pandemic? I mean, come on. So, but I never attempt to do right. So, hello. He doesn't have the ability, know-how, talent, or even the emotional maturity / stability to do so. I got a chest. Yeah,
maturity is my job.
Yeah. Hey, guys, just go with that. Just let her have that one, okay? Let her have that one. What's so funny is, like, again, this is 11 hours ago. It's all praising Kyle, right? It's all, look how bad Steve is.
I never knew, like, okay, so hilarious. If Melissa is, I don't know their gender, but going off of they seem to be, I've never seen a woman try so hard to get on a gay man's dick before.
Absolutely. By the way, James, absolutely, man. You got it. And by the way, I want to put a special shout out to Dave McGinnis. I know he wasn't feeling well for a while. We were gonna recognize a bunch of people on the Fools and Bulls episode, but got a message from him, and I'm so glad you're doing well, Dave. And if you still want to be part of the team, absolutely, love to have you.
Shout out to EMP also, who was following very closely what was going on for the past week and a little bit, trying to figure out what was going on because his reasoning is actually pretty good.
Yes. And by the way, it's so funny. This person, Melissa Wood, is talking about how Kyle did everything. Did they not realize even what David McGinnis did? I mean, David McGinnis put together that whole thing for the debate. What was
Kyle
it called?
Was using thumbnails that I did the art for. Really?
Yeah, he took David's work and just didn't even give him hardly any recognition for it. And Dave McGinnis spent days working on that. I know, because he was working on it with Bull and other people for debate roulette, which I would love to get back, by the way. But we'd love to do something like that. But yeah, so this narrative that Kyle did everything by himself is just BS, absolutely BS.
Well, we saw what happened when Kyle tried to do it all by himself. It was trash.
Yep.
Him and his group gaggle of dipshits were not able to produce a decent show.
Let's see here. Look at the people he surrounded himself with.
The only one out of them that has seen decent modicum of success on YouTube was Katie Joy. What the fuck does that tell you?
Yeah, look at see who he surrounds himself with.
Oh, that was also because of the whole.
It's not even who he surrounds himself with. It's like that out of all of them that were working on that show with Kyle and Kyle himself, the only one who was able to be a little bit successful from that group of people was Katie Joy.
Jimmy Snow.
Nah. I don't know.
He speaks for all atheists, doesn't he?
Isn't he? Is he even as popular as Katie is?
He's got 380,000 subs.
Oh, I guess so then. All right, good job, Jimmy.
But it seems like I'm going to put this very. Look, your sub count. If you base your self-worth on your sub count, you're not doing things for the right reason.
It's not even that. It's more like a matter of Dude, have you seen the shit that Jimmy's gotten into?
Oh God! Hashtag go read my blog on Jimmy Snow, and I warned you guys about this stuff way long ago.
Look at the,
but yes, obviously we want people to subscribe, and we are going to be pushing to get subscribed. I'm going to be asking a lot of YouTubers
of course.
to. I've already started to asking people, will you put like Red's video out there? As show it, will you promote and tell people to go subscribe to the NonSequitur Show? I'm doing that to a lot of YouTubers, a lot. So we are going to be actively trying to get, at least back to 33 where we were. But if we can get 33, 40, 45, 50, or even 100,000 over a period of whatever time, that I'm thrilled to. If we don't, even if we gain not a single sub, I still think we've done well. And I still think that we're going to be proud of the content we put out, the discussions we have. And if you, again, are those people that think that your integrity is based upon your sub count, you're seriously mistaken. Look at Jimmy, look at Katie. I mean, there's some problems there, obviously. And Nate.
Oh Lord, no, please.
But look at the problem people he has surrounded himself with since the downfall of the NonSequitur Show. His greatest achievement in the last couple of years has been trolling and throwing temper tantrums around the internet, as well as being involved in a number of lawsuits, and maybe worst of all, having a harassment restraining order being awarded against him in a court of law for the harassment, stalking, threatening of the former female colleague. This is a run-on sentence. He has been obsessed with for over 2 years. There's just so much wrongness there. So much
court
wrongness.
of law. What court of law?
Yeah, first of all, it was a temporary RO, which was clearly shown to be based upon false information that was shown on Eric's stream, EKC People Suck, that to get that false TRO, she had to lie to the court on her affidavit. I mean, none of that's put in here, obviously. I mean, that just seems to be, completely neglected.
To be fair about Jimmy, didn't he have more subs than NonSequitur Show when he got involved with Kyle? No, he did not. He built his channel off of the back of NonSequitur Show. Yeah. Godless Scummer for 2 said, Jimmy 2 Guardian articles, Snow.
Oh, that's his expertise, is reading 2 Guardian articles, right. That made him an expert, according to himself, to what something Chris was talking about, if I remember. Yeah.
Brilliant.
So I'm known for trolling. Where do I troll? I mean, sure, there's some white-hearted.
You've been trolling for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, sure. No, there's some white hat trolling.
As a publicity stunt.
Yeah, that's sure. I always said, though, white hat trolling is innocuous. And I've always told people, hey, look, you like puzzles. You like trying to figure things out. That's all it was. And I've certainly never denied. I never said, nobody who asked me, I never said, no, that's not me. Never said that to anybody.
Present 99 for 10 said, I am late, forgive me, and now congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, friend.
Let's see here.
Don't feel bad, Alicia.
This is a wall of text. By the way, paragraphs are a thing.
Please use proper.
That's all I ask. Look, I don't care about your grammar. I don't care about your spelling. I just don't.
If you're gonna vomit this many words on a page,
just use a
please separate them out a little bit.
Yeah, that's all I ask. Look, I don't care about your grammar. I don't care about your spelling at all.
The definition of too long didn't read.
This is a wall of text. He is incapable of recreating what Kyle, with all his faults and failures, did, and he'll never be able to put together a team of people who can come even close. I hope not. I don't want to put together a team. Look at his team. Look at his team. They're all dishonest. Every single one of them was dishonest. Caitlin Chloe was dishonest. Godless Engineer was dishonest. Jimmy Snow was dishonest. Hello. Why would I want to put a team together like that? So I don't want to recreate that.
It wasn't the team you wanted in the first place. That was all Kyle's
by the way,
doing.
Did you notice, it's just like, with all his faults and failures, he beat up his boyfriend. He lied to the court. He submitted false evidence. I mean, you just seem to be like, but you know what? But he had good art.
He forged his boyfriend's signature. Wait, hold on. If their argument is their art is good, how come I don't get a pass at all the shit they accuse me of?
Yeah, I don't see it here. Cheshire is a shitlord goblin, but her art's good. I don't see that. But
what? Hold on a minute.
At least could be a little. I mean, it's subjective, but still, come on, throw her a bone. Not to mention, he has absolutely no credibility to be able to attract or bring in the kind of talent that would enjoy seeing a debate or interviewed. I don't know where to go with that. I mean, I have talked to a lot of people. The problem with scheduling is that there's been a lot of stuff going on with COVID and other things that people have their own lives to do. And so trying to confirm things has been extremely difficult. That's the biggest problem I'm having is confirmation. I just got confirmation from one of our guests for next month, but I need to get those confirmations back. Finding people, look, there's how many people out there on the planet? I mean, but as far as credibility, I won. I was right. I mean, I was vindicated. I got the channel back. What more credibility do I need? Everything I've said from day one was truthful. I don't know why you think that has anything to do with my credibility when you're sitting here sucking off somebody who has no credibility, that lied under oath, that lied under depositions, that has in the confession of judgment going to be saying that I did nothing wrong. I had no fiscal malfeasance. I had no medical malfeasance. Everything he said about that was just bullshit because he spent the money. And you're supporting him talking about my credibility. That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
I don't know. Everything about this is like the biggest brain comment. Like they know everything. They know it all.
Can this person come on your channel to have a discussion with you? I really want to see that. Yeah. But anyways, okay. So moving on here. This is sad. Oh yes, I do.
I agree. You're correct. This is
you are
sad.
correct.
Yes.
You are correct. This channel and its past uploads should have been archived to the annals of history. Now it's just going to be drugged down even further into the dustbin of history. Hey, look, I'm not going to just like throw out, grandeurs of illusions of grandeur, or whatever, or even be disillusioned one or the other. I'm not going to blow smoke with you guys' ass. It's going to be very hard to bring back this channel. Okay, I recognize that fact. But I also recognize we have a lot of good supporting people that want to see these types of discussions. And every time Chester and I have something on this channel, we have these types of similar discussions. They've done well.
And keep in mind that we're going to have to be fighting the whole way, not just against like YouTube's algorithm, which is going to be putting a wall there because the channel has been inactive for so long, but we're also going to be dealing with dickheads who are going out of their way to try to force it to fail. Because, with how bad Steve is and how awful and bad he is at everything, he can't fail on his own. They need to make sure that they get in the way to be sure that he fails.
Yeah,
right?
Thanks a lot,
so
guys. There's no faith I can fail on my own accord. It's like they have to help me out. I appreciate that.
Right. So keeping that in mind, that they're going to be going out of their way to false flag us. They're going to be going out of their way to do everything that they can to keep the show and the discussions down.
By the way, YouTube is aware of that, and I will tell people right now, YouTube does not look very favorably on channels that try to do that stuff. Highly discourage it because when you are a channel and you false strike another channel, it can make you lose your own channel. Just saying. But YouTube is well aware. YouTube gave us back the channel. It wasn't Kyle. YouTube gave us back the channel. We went through Google and YouTube. They know what's going on.
Yeah. So
but that's why they had to give it to my lawyer first, and then my lawyer was giving it to me. Because it wasn't Kyle that gave it to my lawyer. Right there, very clear.
Keep in mind, we're going to have to be going against that and all of their accounts, and we are just two people. So
he wanted. Can I clarify on that? I'm sorry. Can I clarify?
Yeah, go.
Just make sure that people.
No,
speaking I have to, dude. I have to because Menace. I mean, I have to. Explain slowly.
Yes.
Kyle wanted to comply with the court order for the civil contempt. He was unable to because he didn't have his phone activated because he couldn't afford to pay for the phone. So he and his lawyer for 2 hours tried to figure out how they could do it. And the resolution was for his lawyer and my lawyer to contact YouTube together with Kyle, and then Kyle tell them basically give Steve the channel. So YouTube got involved to give me the channel back. Does that make sense? Because if not, I mean, I don't know how else to explain it.
I think a lot of people kind of figured that the only way the channel was going to be able to get back into your hands was if Google and YouTube was involved through the court system.
Yes, and they know we have copyright.
Anybody who thought that was the case, you guys are correct. That was exactly what had happened. On the other hand, though, yes, please keep in mind that there are just two of us, and there are enough of them that have a bunch of sock accounts that are going to be going out of their way to try to, do the usual harass, bring us down, stops us from being successful. So if there's anything you guys can do to help via like, sharing, getting the word out, hitting the bell, leaving a comment for the algorithm to help us out near the end of a video, that would be amazing. If you're on the replay crew, if you're alive, just participating in chat is immensely helpful, as well as just liking, sharing, and all that, the usual stuff. So if you want to be involved in helping the show grow and the community grow, as long as you're active, that is incredibly helpful. So it doesn't cost you anything, but if you can participate, participating is the best way you can help us out.
Kyle's Goldfish, can you send what you just sent to me to Cheshire's DM so she can actually show that? She's going to be showing some stuff here in a second. I'm going to try to do it myself too, but...
If it's what I think it is, I already have it.
Is it Menace stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, those two things.
Well, it's 2 tweets.
Yes. She already sent it to you, I guess.
Yes, I have it.
All right. Yeah, I have it ready to go to send you if you need it.
I got it.
Okay.
I gotcha. All right, so let's continue here.
They're still going.
This is going to be a long stream, and I apologize, but there's so much to talk about, guys.
There's a lot to talk about.
All right, so it is really a shame if this post doesn't tell you everything you need to know how Steve and his current cohorts see the followers of Non-Sequitur. Then they have fun giving away your hard-earned money for terrible content by a con man and his lackeys. This is already trying to like throw shade on the Non-Sequitur Show followers. I mean, it's like, look, when I put that thing memberships under there, it was under my mind trying to see if people thought it was still Kyle. And people like, oh, Kyle's still trying to, make money off this fucking channel and this other shit. That was my thing. We're going to have memberships, of course. We're a YouTube channel. Of course we're going to have membership benefits. But
why would we not do that?
But I mean...
silly to not do that.
Yes, please. Explain how I'm the con man when Kyle and those who supported Kyle through a fraudulent GoFundMe, who lied to the court, submitted altered evidence to the court, forged signatures, and I'm the con man. Let me figure this out, because the con man generally tries to make money, right? I have lost so much money, it's ridiculous. I have not come out ahead. I've seen zero from the Non-Sequitur Show. Cheshire has made more money than me on the Non-Sequitur Show.
G-Man has made more.
G-Man made more money than me.
I made more money on the next Non-Sequitur Show via covering it on the lawsuits.
So, I mean, I'm trying to think, what just fucking A. I'm sorry, I'm not pretending. I have such a hard time dealing with dumb these days more than ever. I really do. And this is just dumb. Everyone, I love this part. Everyone should immediately unsubscribe if you love any of the uploads from the old Non-Sequitur. I would suggest downloading those shows immediately before they disappear. Steve won't keep anything from the past on his channel, and he doesn't think that serves his ego. He is an internet grifter, nothing more. Now, this goes back to Chris's comments about what we're going to do on that. First of all,
Chris, Fernando, and Dapper's questions. Yes.
So this is why I wanted to wait on this. To Melissa Wood, I actually had a friend of mine download every single video on that channel, terabytes or whatever it was. Download everything we on that channel because I didn't want to lose anything. Okay, so we had it all backed up. I'm not deleting a goddamn thing from that channel. If somebody asks me, if they say, look, I was part of this and, whatever, I might consider it or anything like that. But I mean, for the most part, I'm not changing anything. I want everything to be historically accurate for the record. Why would I delete stuff? I don't get that. Nothing. Excuse me. Why would you think that I want to keep the historical accuracy of that channel? I mean, those are still videos. I still want people to watch them. I want to see people see the fuckery that happened before and after and how piss poor the quality became after I left the show. So no, I am not deleting anything to answer those people's questions. Again, there might be something that somebody has asked me to or whatever, and I'll make accommodations. But I mean, no, I have no intention of deleting anything from that channel for my ego or grifting. Because again, I haven't really come out ahead anything. I've lost $30,000, and it's going to take 5 years to even get some fully restitution back, between 5 or 6 years. So if I'm a grifter, Melissa Wood, I am the world's worst grifter in the world because I have to wait 6 years to just get paid what I was owed to begin with.
Yeah, Steve, you suck at this. I don't know what to tell you.
Yes, I suck at this. I mean, the dumb shittery here is just blowing my mind.
The Lace for 5 says, Steve, oh glorious day. You have earned your place in YouTube history in a very unorthodox manner, but please keep it going. Rick, the ancient coin guy.
Oh, Rick.
That's the ancient coin guy.
Yeah, Rick. Yes. How do you pronounce his last name? Yes, I have. He wants to come back on. Last time I talked to him.
Oh, by all means, absolutely. Ash Scott for 5 said, once KJ loses in court, Nate is disbarred, and Looney Tunes finds a new ass to lick. We can all never mention any of them again. Oh, we're not going to wait that long.
Yeah, we're not talking about any of them on the Non-Sequitur Show.
No, we might talk about them here. You might hear about them on
it's my channel.
Sure. But you won't hear about them.
We're going to let people know that we don't talk about those people in the Non-Sequitur Show. We're not going to give them any credence.
We have our big fuck you to them on the 29th, but as of the new year. cleared of that. Fresh slate. Lissy Lou for 5 said, "You have a village behind Steve and Chesh."
Thank you. We appreciate. And look, I'm the
Yes.
Cheshire and I have been really just blown away how supportive people have been. I mean, we are not like Kyle. Kyle took advantage of people. Kyle, even in the back channels kind of stuff, I always kind of felt Kyle was not really appreciative of what he was getting, as much as as much as I was like going, hey, look, you got this bought for you. He had Amazon shit bought for him, but he got all of that. I got nothing. I had broken headphones for fucking a year and a half. I mean, seriously, I got nothing.
Stupid glasses.
So if I'm grifting and I have broken glasses, broken headphones, I was barely making ends meet, and yet I'm the bad guy. I'm the grifter because I literally at the time had nothing left, and I've been building stuff up.
I don't know how you can define grifting more than absconding with $60,000, still making between $100 and $200 and not being able to pay a phone bill. I do not know how you describe grifting better than that.
Yeah, and this is what I want people to see. I want to see people recognize that there's a huge dichotomy between people like Kyle and people like us. I don't want to bring back that type of thing at all. Why would I? I don't want it to be associated with those people that were on the Non-Sequitur Show before. They're the ones that helped ruin it because their content sucked.
On the other hand, also, I don't think there's anything we're going to be getting rid of. If anything, we're going to try to put stuff back that was removed. The only thing I can think of is I really kind of want to change the name of that G-Man debate. Specifically because I wanted to change it to like G-Man wins at the end of it. Like just add that to the end. Spoiler, G-Man wins.
G-Man always wins. Surgeon General, yes, his ears are ringing. Surgeon General, I wanted to ask if you wanted to like be the admin for Non-Sequitur Show Discord and helps get it set up and stuff.
But he will get in touch with you a little bit more later.
Yeah, later on.
Was that everything from that comment?
Yeah, and so I want you to show the truth. It's the things that you've got to show. So
okay, well, there's a couple more questions. Okay, so do you want to do that first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Kyle's Goldfish asked, new name needs to incorporate inclined. You've said if you're so inclined 3 times, but what about Chesh inclined?
Chesh inclined. Cute.
Funny?
That's cute.
I like it. Devious Doggo says, better see non-sec cult merch. Don't worry, we'll have that set up for you. The Jord said question, how psyched are you in general? How excited are you?
That's a hard question. I have basically gotten to the point where I'm in sensory overload. There's been so many things that have been going on. Obviously, I'm ecstatic. There's no question about that. But there's a lot of work to be done, and it's something that's it's never going to be officially over. It can't be, because it's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing living thing that the community is involved with, that the subscribers are involved with, the Patreons, the members, and all that other things that's going to happen. It's a living, breathing thing for Non-Sequitur Show. And when we say we want people part of the team, we actually really mean that. So I'm beyond ecstatic. At the same time, it's like it's a little bit numbing, because there's so much, and there's so much work to do, and we're not live on the channel yet. So a lot of this is a whole ton of background work that needs to. No, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry.
It's okay to cry.
I'm not going to cry. No, I'm not. No, but thank you, Clausa. But no, I'm not. Look, I'm a lot more sensitive than people realize, man. I mean, what do you want?
Okay. Hawkskull says Steve versus
it's not too late to get rid of you.
Okay. Hawkskull says Steve versus James. Which channel is? Are you going to hire Menace to come and get?
Why not? He seems to be he's the big brain.
He seems to know where I'm at. Hawkskull said Steve versus James. Which channel is better? Asking for an April 1st debate.
What?
April 1st debate.
On what?
Inkboy says, will we not believe that all the haters exist on the Non-Sec Show channel? Yeah. Intrigue Feline says, will we have a new motto, or does it stay opinions are sacred?
Right now, it's still opinions are sacred, because I really think that's important.
We are, let's say we're still using it. However, we are also open to suggestions or change in the future, but for now it is staying.
Yeah, but we can always say that was the original, and then we come up with something else. The other one doesn't go away. It's still the show is predicated upon opinions are sacred.
Yes. Alicia says, are there going to be any call-in shows? I'm really excited for this.
I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think we could do a call-in show.
Yeah.
But I will cat out of the bag a little bit. We are keeping a lot of the themery, but the themes, the iconography, but not Kyle's specifically. It's been modified, changed.
It might be fun to also do, like, if we have guests that are regulars, it might be fun to have call-in shows with those guests.
Yeah.
So it's like ask a Dapper Dino, ask a Chesh, ask a Steve, ask a...
Sure.
Have like AMAs. That might be cool. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to workshop it a little bit, but I don't see why we wouldn't have like one a month or something like that, or one every third. And Tree Feline says, I missed a question apparently on whether or not we now have the books that didn't exist.
There's just nothing to really to produce on that. I don't think Kyle wants to show his bank account records, stack records. We're still working on that.
I wonder why.
But we're managing all that. But I think one of the reasons why Kyle has decided to pay us back, because there might be some liabilities for him that he's unaware of. I don't know. But no, we're not going to be getting those. Unfortunately, I don't think, because there's nothing to get. I mean, he never kept any books. So what are you going to do? You know.
Athens says, "What about the nun bot and the points?" That will be a back burner for a little bit. We have to. There's a lot of things that like it'd be nice to get the bot going again, or like get a point system running again, but it's not a priority.
Yeah. Yep.
If I watch non-sequitur shows now, Steve gets the money, ? Sorry, at work I didn't see if all this is
because I mean,
that's from Corsi.
Because it's not it goes 30 days later, right? I mean, it's always 30 days behind.
The answer is yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna have control. I'm gonna have everything, all the AdSense and everything is going to go to me in 5 days. Right now, it's going to my lawyer, but all this stuff that obviously next month. So yeah, he's going to transfer it over to me in 5 days. So yes, I'll just say yes. It's simple as that.
If Kyle has to pay tax on what he stole, he has less money to pay you with.
Well, that's between him and the government. We've already worked out all out. That's part of the range. All that's done as far as legalities. It's over. That part.
The new tagline should be "So sue me."
I'm going to be paying taxes on what he pays me.
Obviously.
But that's going to be going through the court, right?
Right.
Because it's set up. It's going to be set up as a restitution thing. So the court is going to be knowing whether he paid me or not. And that's income, so that has to be reported. Now, what he did on his personal taxes, just saying.
All right, do you want to share screen here?
Yeah, sure.
You wanted to look at this first, right?
I do. Let me. I might have to obviously make it much bigger right here. I think here. All right, so screen share, add stream. Can they read that? Or is that no? That's legible. That's actually, they can see that. Transition. All right. So guys, oops, sorry about that. Make sure they can read that.
So let's read this together.
Read it together. Go ahead.
So far, I've caught from this stream.
From this stream, I mean, because again, his whole life is dedicated to me. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate people watching the stream just to
glean something for their big brains. That's good.
This
show is informative and educational.
You want us to address it and then complain that we address it. So far, I've caught Steb gets the entire channel as well as all music and art copyrights. I'm glad it only took you 2 years to figure that out.
He actually gets it. He actually gets it. Oh my God, who are you, Medicine? What are you doing with the idiot that we're so used to?
Steve, your menace-splaining worked.
I'm scared now.
Steb will get about $115,000 paid to him over 5 years.
That is incorrect. He wasn't paying attention.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Well, 1 out of 2 so far. All right. We'll keep track.
Should I explain that to him?
No.
Okay.
Steb has demanded Kyle write a letter stating he had zero knowledge of Steb wanting to defraud medical/evade taxes, etc.
When the hell in this stream did I say that? Did I ever say anything to that effect? I don't recall anything like that saying I demanded anything. Does he not know how words work?
No. So that's 1 out of 3.
So 1 out of 3. Okay.
3.
That's more. I mean, still higher than I thought Menace could get right, but it's a start.
So I like that he's responding to Shrek herself, Little Miss Rape Apologetics. So North Carolina is a judgment-proof state. What the fuck does that mean? Okay, it's a judgment-proof state. So if Kyle bounces on payments, they can't do much.
Oh, yes, they can. Yeah.
So
Again, hey, by the way, don't take legal advice from Menace to Sobriety is all I got to say. Just don't. Just fucking don't. The guy is the worst person to understand basic legal concepts. Because I clearly didn't listen to that part. Why I explain what happens to defaults. He didn't listen to any of that. So, okay.
He is 1 out of 4.
Man, not a good ratio.
As per that stupid letter, ellipses, there's clips on Steve's channel, for fuck's sakes, of him admitting to wanting to do shady things income-wise of his Medi-Cal, so he's still on that.
No, they're not. That, again, Menace, I had so much faith for him. I really did.
He got one thing right.
One thing right.
After 2.5 years.
2.5 years, 2 hours we've been streaming or something, whatever it is, and he got one thing right. That's pretty bad, dude. That's seriously.
Like Steve got the entire channel music and art copyrights 2.5 years ago.
What a dumbass.
All right.
But I want people to recognize something. He's still pushing that whole narrative that, Steve admitted there was never an admission for any of that, you dumbass, because it never happened the way you think it happened. Everything I said was in accordance to the law. I can't deal with this, Chesh. I can't. How much dumb do you want me to sit through? Why are you doing this to me, Chesh? Why?
Why is the live chat disabled for the stream, Steve?
Because it was a premiere and it's over, and it has to render.
You fool.
It'll come up after it's rendered.
The comments might be gone then. I don't know how far back it's gonna go.
Yeah, it'll
right.
after it fully, renders.
We didn't get all of it, but we got some of it.
Yeah, I think I should have the live replay. Yeah.
Okay. We got some of it, but we didn't get all of it. Let me zoom it in here a little bit so you guys.
We got the important thing that you want to talk about.
Well, we got a bit of a giggle. We get to have a little bit of a giggle. So, God damn it, such fucking annoying. Okay, so we got Sinister Porpoise, who decided, keeps deciding on or off whether or not she wants to have shit to say about things.
And I remember
she's like, I have nothing to do with this. I haven't talked about this in forever.
This is somebody that we never have anything to do with or talk about, who still, after 2 fucking years, drops in just to say something stupid, get annihilated, feel like she's being persecuted because nobody wants her around because she's an idiot. And this is what happens. So go ahead, Chess. It's all yours. Be my guest.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Shrug. I mean, it could be referred to as the grudge, but some people will assign more specific meaning than I intended. This isn't. She's explaining, or a little bit earlier than this, that people should just stop being petty and stop holding grudges, and that and
bitch, you're over here being petty. What the hell is wrong with you? Do you need a different type of medication or something? Because I'm serious, you're not well. You're not well. You're being petty on shit that had nothing fucking to do with you ever. Nobody gives a shit who you are. Nobody cares.
Stop being petty. Don't have any grudges. And then the next thing she says when Manya says, well, why would Steve owe you anything? You're here causing pettiness and drama. Please take your own advice. Right. And then says, lay off the drinking.
Yeah. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, man. Do you not see your own hypocrisy? I mean, hey, Sinister Purpose, stay the fuck away from us. Just seriously. I mean, I'm asking you. Nobody wants to deal with your bullshit. Something's not right in your head. Go away. No means no.
I just can't. There's something that I can't.
You're creepy as fuck. No. Stay away from us. We don't want to deal with you. All you do is insult people. All you do is do shit like this when nobody gives a flying fuck. And then it gets worse. It actually gets worse.
Oh, yeah. Get off your high horse. As you're telling people, stop being petty, let all the grudges go, get off the sauce, get off your high horse. And it's like, no, you can't, like, in one breath say this.
It doesn't work that way.
Get off your high horse. It's time for you to get out of the Mean Girls high school phase and grow up. Sinister Porpoise, we can see who's on a high horse here. You with your bullying and racism. Thanks for making my point for me. Yes, we can. This from a transphobe ?
Oh, no. What? Oh, there you go. Throw that. Oh, there you go. There you go. Just, what? Yeah, I mean, look, your victimization is your own issue. Deal with it.
Or we can just let these things let these things in the past. Bitch, you told her to lay off the drinking out the gate.
Right?
Like, that's not how that works. You don't get to be like, oh, let's settle this. Slap. No, let's settle this.
Yeah, it's like it's like, oh, I'm gonna walk up to you, slap you across the face, and say, hey, can we just kind of forget about, it's like you've literally insulted Manya, trying to tell her to take the high road.
I haven't forgotten the Peter Griffin comments. Yeah, by the way, that was me, not Manya, that said those. And that was because you were insulting the way all of us looked over on that time of the month. So we decided to dish a little bit of that back. But hey, if you can't handle it, maybe don't throw it. Yes, make false allegations and hide behind your own shitty behavior. Keep up the trash behavior. No, Manya needs to have fun with the fishy when I'm going to bed. No, Manya needs to get to a meeting. So again, attacking alcoholics and alcoholism, which Manya is not, by the way. You know that thing that Negative Exponents was apologizing for? You know, the person that Sinister Porpoise is friends with? Don't worry, we'll get there. So she can have fun in her echo chamber. Pretending that she somehow got high ground, refusing to admit errors, just like her mentor, McRae. Oh yes, forget your bullying and racism without any apology nor any reparations. Get off your high horse, will ya? And you need to find a better hobby. How about writing fantasy novels? Mr. Serious swings in with, people aren't transphobic just because they point out your flaws. Don't talk back to me or you're ableist.
Yeah, I mean, she talks back to me, so is she anti-Semitic? I mean,
she talks.
It's like
her friends think I'm transphobic and use that to insult me as if it's a bad thing. Does that mean that she's transphobic?
Yeah, she says nothing about that. They're using transgender as a weapon to the label to make it sound like insulting that Cheshire may be trans, and she's okay with that. These are people that she associates with, not who we associate with. We don't allow that shit.
Nikki says, oh, hey, at the Sinister Porpoise, could you please back off calling my friends transphobes, considering I'm trans and I have several transgender. Oh, what? Sorry. I understand what you said. My mistake. I misread that. Oh, hey, at Sinister Porpoise, could you please back off calling my friends transphobes, considering I am trans and I and several transgenders in our community get treated very well. Sinister Porpoise, you sound like a crybaby. Does that make me ageist?
That is ageism.
Why do you think transphobia is not okay, but making fun of alcoholism is?
Ooh,
that's
a good question. Very good question.
To say, Nikki basically chased this person right the hell off.
That's probably why she ran.
And guess where they ran? Please
help me. I'm being victimized on the Non-Sequitur Show channel because I went over there and said stupid shit to start shit and nobody supported me. I didn't have my gaggle of idiots with me. So what did she do?
Didn't have I went over to comment here expecting my echo chamber of friends because they're the ones who have been in control of things for so long. Found out it wasn't them there, so I had to run back to my echo chamber. Yep. Look at who she's got tagged here. Unirock, Medicine Sobriety, Exiled, The Holy Spackle, and Negative Exponents. Hey, Negative Exponents, weren't you so concerned about Manya's drinking and your friends and your actions that might cause harm to herself about making fun of her drinking?
Hello?
Huh?
Stephen
Potts. I was muted by her for pointing out her hypocrisy.
Of course you were. Yeah, of course, Stephen Potts. Look, these people cannot handle the facts that we basically point out their hypocrisy. That these are the shitlords that do everything that they say other people are doing. They're the ones doing it. They're the people that are using transgender as a weapon.
Can we applaud Nikki real quick?
Oh, that was brilliant. Yes. No, props to her. That was bravo. I think that's probably why she ran away, though. Seriously. I mean, because she got shat on.
This is what she decided to say. Golden Unicorn has apparently forgotten her transphobic comments. Please spread this around. She has never taken this down or retract the comment that I look like Peter Griffin. I'm pretty sure that was me that made that comment.
Yeah, again, let me clarify things. One, that's not transphobic. If you look, these people would talk about people's looks all the time. Look, and we don't care if you talk about looks. We just don't care. Okay. But you do as well, and you can't dish it out. But it wasn't even Manya that said that. It was Cheshire. You dumb shit. If you're going to accuse people, get things right. But again, that was a comment from Cheshire.
If you want to recall exactly what I said, Sinister Porpoise was insulting the women on that time of the month. And so we watched a video and had a little bit of a giggle back to say, and at some point I said, you decide when you go on camera, and when you decide to put yourself out there, you get to choose what you look like. I don't know why you decided to look like Peter Griffin. And people decided in the side chat that, she was trans. And I'm like, I actually just thought Sinister Porpoise was a woman. I had no idea she was trans. And so I then changed what I said. I said, okay, well, I certainly didn't mean to be transphobic because I did not realize she was trans at all. So is she transphobic? If somebody could confirm that for
transphobia.
But I will be more than happy to adjust my jab. And I said, well, then I will change and say, I don't know why you decided to come on camera when your hair looked like Mr. Noodles. And then went, oh no, Mr. is the name. Is in that. Is that now transphobic? Shit. If you're gonna get what I insulted you with, at least get what I insulted you with correct.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. By the way, if you say somebody looks like Shrek, is that transphobic too? And by the way, I don't give a shit about people talking about that. You just can't do it on YouTube. There's certain things you look. Ren just lost his channel because he went way overboard. He was really saying some pretty horrific stuff. You can't talk about people like that with intrinsic properties to that degree.
Expect to get it back. Right. If you're gonna insult a bunch of women about the way they look, if you're gonna insult, Athens makes a good point for 5, pot calling the kettle when she called Manya a call center agent.
Thank you.
If you're gonna be racist,
well, I think that was actually Agrippa, but she actually I think said it later on.
It was also
yes. It came from Agrippa, but she ran with it and saying it as well.
It doesn't matter where it came from. The point is that it was a racist comment.
Absolutely
it was
racist.
Intended to be racist.
She's absolutely racist. Clearly, I mean, shit.
Sinister Porpoise is a racist. Yeah. So okay, let's take a look. Right. Or Manya, let's just let bygones be bygones and stop assuming everything is an attack. Remember when I said you can't do what I do because you're too mean-spirited and had no sense of playfulness? Your challenge is to try to prove me wrong now. Hey, what makes you think that me saying you look like Peter Griffin wasn't playful?
Yeah, and did you not just talk to her about having being a drunk or drinking problem? That's playful to you? If she actually does have a problem?
You just said she needed to go to a meeting. I mean, just saying. Your comment here was very reactionary. Like, look at this. Get off your high horse. Lay off the drinking. This is not playful. Like, you're clearly upset.
Yeah, go back to that tweet real quick. Let me just say this. Finish the purpose. You're not welcome around me or my channel. You can go around Cheshire's or Monty's, do whatever the hell you want. You're not welcome on the NonSequitur Show.
She's too afraid. She runs away every time.
No means no. Stay the fuck away from me and the NonSequitur Show. No means no. And I want everybody out there to recognize we're telling somebody very specifically, stay the fuck away from us. All those people named, stay the fuck away from us. So when they do come around, which eventually they will, people can say, Steve has asked you to stay away. You are now harassing him because no means no. Because if that was done to a woman or any kind of person, if I had any kind of protected class, it would be considered bullying and harassment. You are bullying, you're harassing. Enough.
What makes
Go
you
the
think
fuck away. Period.
What makes you think that why would you assume that neither of us are a protected class?
Well, I'm Jewish, but is that protected? I mean, religion, but I mean, by culture, but not by faith. But I mean, I want the audience to this is the main thing I want the audience to be engaged with. Will you all right now in the live chat say you're willing to stand up to these people and tell them no means no if they ever come around? Don't engage with them on anything else. Just no means no. Go away. That's all you got to tell them.
Listen, it gets better.
Yeah.
It gets better.
Will they do that for us though?
Right. During this, she's saying, hey, let me slap you in the face, but let's let bygones be bygones. Let's let bygones be bygones.
Yeah.
No,
Puck is losing his mind right now. But yeah, so I mean, I do want people to jump on board with that and be willing to say, look, these people have harassed long enough. They're stalkers. They're cyberbullies. They're gang stalkers, in my opinion. Enough. I mean, they're not welcome around our channels. What else? I don't go around their channels. I don't watch Sinister Porpoise stuff. I don't talk in our live chat. I haven't fucking watched anything on your channel for what, a year and a half? I don't know how it's been. Don't do it to us. You come around the live chats. You are at that point crossing boundaries that you do not know what the boundaries are, you're not welcomed. Stay the fuck away. You can talk about it on your channel, promote the shit out of us. Go ahead. Nobody can tell you what you do on your channel. If you want to talk about the Non-Sequitur Show, go ahead. You want to do a review of one of our streams? Go ahead. You want to do a review of one of my streams? Go ahead. You can talk about me to the cows come home. If you want to dedicate your life to me and Cheshire and Non-Sequitur, that's your prerogative. Stay away from us, though. That's all I ask.
It gets better, though, because she's still going.
Oh, my fucking God. I didn't even see this part.
Yo, she was just joking, guys. There's like, she's just joking. She's definitely not upset.
Get help.
Totally not triggered and like super
Get help. Holy shit.
This is in no way implying I haven't screwed up, but unlike McCrae, Chesh, and the drunken ATM.
Oh, okay.
Let's let bygones be bygones, drunken ATM.
That's not insulting, but whatever. I mean, she wants bygones to be bygones.
I can acknowledge my mistakes and try to improve. Calling her drunken ATM
is not a way to start.
Is not improving or acknowledging your mistakes. You're doing the same thing over and over again, dumbass. McCrae is psychologically incapable of this.
Of what?
Don't you allow Keon around?
Yes.
Well, then I don't see what that is obviously not the case then.
Clearly she does. She never said it. She has never once had a clue that was going on.
In all seriousness. Oh, so all this was not serious.
Oh,
she was
now she's being serious. You know, she's not being serious, being racist against Manya or accusing her.
He was joking, calling us. She was being playful about calling us transphobic. Don't worry about it.
That's
okay.
Playful.
In all seriousness, Manya, I get the read of low self-esteem from you, looking for validation. You don't need Cheshire's or Steve for this. And they're just using you for money anyway. How would she know that?
Let me make this very clear.
First of all, you're infantizing her. You're infantizing that.
It's very condescending.
It is so condescending. I have actually told Manya, stop even doing super chats. Okay. I love Manya for who she is. I do. She has already,
You've
epically
said that live.
yeah. So I mean, I am not thrilled that she spends a lot of money on that, but I appreciate it. But that I make it very clear that she does not need to at all, and I would highly recommend she doesn't. But I talk to Manya frequently. Cheshire has a part of the show. She is part of the that time in the month. And I'm correct me if I'm wrong, but you know, Manya is a entity content creator. Now she's actually putting out content and stuff like that. You're being so goddamn condescending to her. You should feel ashamed.
This is somebody who has to pay to be friends with the people she's friends with. Look at the people that were tagged.
Infinitizing. Yeah. I mean, it's just you're
no. Steve,
woman treating a woman like this to me is disgusting. It just is.
Steve, hear me out. Look at who she's tagging. She's tagging PayPal me, PayPal me, PayPal me. You're only allowed in my Discord if you pay me, PayPal me, and agree with everything I say, or you get kicked out.
Yep.
Because if you remember, Menace got kicked out even though he was paying Unirock. He bitched about it.
Yep.
She's literally saying this to people that are
and I was friends with Manya long before she came on YouTube. Long before there was she donated anything. Infantilizing. That's how you say the word. Infantilizing. That's a great word. Yeah, you know what? Fuck off. Seriously, fuck off, Sinister Purpose. I mean, you are the most condescending, rudest bitch I've seen in a long time to treat.
Keep in mind that she's trying to say this to Manya.
Love bombing. It's love bombing. It's Negative Exponents did to Manya too. It's but we love you more. It's gaslighting. It's gaslighting. Right. Absolutely, it's gaslighting. Manya's trying to, questioning her reality. Does Steven Cheshire really give a shit about Manya?
This is why, she's totally not mad or triggered, guy. This is all she was being not serious. She's totally not upset. This is why all the videos currently visible on my channel are programming tutorials with them. Why are you linking? Okay. Are programming tutorials with brief mentions of Steve drama and explaining why I wasn't going to do it on YouTube anymore. You are commenting on YouTube, you stupid bitch. You are constantly messaging, tweeting, fucking talking about us. You can't just be like, but I didn't make a YouTube video. It's just playful racism, guys. It's just playful. This means I've lost a lot of views. Yeah, because you were covering Steve for views because it got you views. At least you know that much. Jesus Christ.
So she recognizes that my name
Brilliant.
has a little bit of a viewer thing to it. People watch, I guess, when it has my name. But everything she even said from the beginning was always been wrong. Oh, there's more.
Oh,
God.
Oh, look, it's Spackle. Come into the rescue.
I haven't seen
Being
any.
a trans
of this,
person-
so this is new to me. Can you just walk me
Being
through
a
it?
trans person isn't equal to poor choices that lead you to getting hooked on alcohol. What?
What?
You
What?
had
What?
many streams. You had many streams slosh and made a fool out of yourself. Sorry if that's inconvenient. This comparison is incredibly telling, Golden Unicorn. Strange you don't take responsibility.
Look, if
And
you
this
thought for a
is-
second she had an alcohol problem, you shouldn't be talking about it in public because it wouldn't help. If
This
you actually
is,
care about somebody and think they have a problem, you don't talk about it publicly.
The comment is, why do they think transphobia is okay, but making fun of alcoholism is? Like, that's the comment that
right.
she's trying to respond
They're
to.
weaponizing alcoholism. They're treating it as a joke. Right? That's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting.
If Stephen Chesh truly cared about you, meaning Manya,
I
of
love
course, not
bombing.
Spackle, because why the fuck would we care about Spackle? And didn't just care about your money, they would have staged an intervention. Guys, they know so much. They know so much about everybody's life.
God, I just can't.
When was the last, hey Steve, when was the last time Manya
What?
drank on stream even?
I don't remember. It's been so long.
You may
oh
be
my
a
fucking
mean,
God.
you may be a mean person, Amanya, but you deserve more respect than I've seen Chesh and Steve give you. But Spackle, I thought you weren't involved with any of us anymore.
So let me get this straight. The couple
hold
of people
on,
that have
hold
been...
on.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, Steve, stop it. Sorry, Sinister, not Spackle. I thought you said you weren't involved and weren't watching our shit or talking about us anymore. What do you mean that you've been seeing what respect we have or have not been giving Manya and been
Contradiction?
paying that much? Oh,
It's called a contradiction there, Sinister Purpose. I mean, you know about logic, so you understand a contradiction.
Obviously.
So of
Try to have a
course,
show with Nick Studer about
they don't
philosophy.
know any of the conversations you, me, and Manya had, how we're talking or discussing things that, of course, which, by the way, we've never been about intervention. But if she did, let's say that she was a hardcore alcoholic that needed intervention.
Did they think
How
that
do
we
they know
should be
that we
doing the
didn't?
intervention? Yeah, well, do they think it should be public?
Right. Why would we make that public if that was the case? If we really cared about something? We honestly do care about Manya a hell of a lot. So if we do care about her, wouldn't it make more sense that if there was an intervention, you wouldn't know about it? Because it's none of your fucking business?
She literally ran
Talk
back.
about trash. Holy cow.
She got shit on in a live chat for trying to start shit, then ran back to Twitter, tagged all of her little buddies in it, wrote a little fucking
Right?
thing to get her. She needs to get her wounds licked by Spackle, and also, ew, sorry for the visual.
I mean,
Spackle said, I used to feel sorry for her, but then when she started parroting the same false accusations to Fiona, and that was it. Okay, first off, please reword this. Please rewrite this.
sweet summer child.
And when, and then Sinister Purpose, and when that group wished exiled dead, when
What?
did that happen?
Wait, citation, please?
Citation, please.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
Why
how
do
do
you
you
think we
address this
think
like a
about
level of
exile?
fuckery? Citation, please? I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, so somebody gave a
By
little.
the way, not that I care. You can wish people dead. I don't give a flying fuck. There's some people out there that if they pass away tomorrow, I would probably be opening cannabis. Have a drink. But I mean,
Steve, she Sinister earlier that Spackle is now defending her for tagged Menace, the person who already wished you dead.
I just don't understand this. Who wished Exile dead? Where and when? And what stream? I'm kind of curious. I am curious. I mean, I don't give the shit that they did or didn't. I
mean, we mocked Exiled, saying that she's going to go after Steve with her dying breath, which might be soon, because that's ridiculous. And maybe don't live your life like that. Because I was just like, Exile's going to be on her deathbed. Not I love you, son or daughter or husband. No, it's you, Steve. It's gonna get carved on her fucking gravestone, but you know what? That's not wishing her dead, because I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you got to understand. I don't give a shit about any of those people. I just don't. Don't expect me to. I don't, because they're horrible fucking human beings. But she's the one that ingratiating themselves with them, and just saying shit that is just absolutely mind-boggling against somebody who's obviously she's been racist about. She's been totally racist to Manya, and she's love bombing her, saying they don't really care about you. We do, though, because we see things that you don't see. Gaslighting.
They all thought for the past 2 years that they were going to show up into a Non-Sequitur Show live chat and they were going to be welcome and on that channel, and now they're not, and they're so mad.
So mad. By the way, there's only one right now. There's only
Universe booming.
Yeah. Well, and by the way, people had asked before, and I think we didn't really, I don't address it. I think somebody said earlier, or at least somewhere along the line, somebody asked about moderators. We will be we'll be bringing in moderators over a period of time, slowly. It has nothing to do with anybody. There's no raffle for it. There's no rhyme or reason. No. Just that we'll be bringing in. But there is obviously rhyme or reason. But I mean, Cheshire's a mod, and then we'll be adding certain other people. But we're going to be doing it very judiciously, as far as like I don't have like a sea of blue. But if I
don't understand, Helios makes a good point. Sinister says, who calls someone an alcoholic because they got drunk in a drinking stream where everyone was getting drunk? Saying that person deserves more respect is hilariously ironic.
That is true.
I also get a little bit of a kick out of, why is it okay for her to watch Manya on stream, make fun of the way she looks and make fun of her drinking, but it's not okay for me to see her on stream and make fun of the way she looks?
Rules for thee, but not for me. That's the theme for 2021.
Anyway, this is in no way implying I haven't screwed up on Steve McRae, Chesh, and Drunken ATM. I can acknowledge my mistakes and try to improve. McRae is psychologically incapable of this. Thank you for giving your psychological assessment of Steve, by the way. Don't you guys have a problem with doing that? That shouldn't be okay? Because I'm pretty sure I've seen a bunch of you tweet about that not being okay.
And honestly,
anyway,
she's not even correct about her own self. Able to, if she had a modicum of self-reflection, she'd be going, hey, maybe I shouldn't be doing this shit. Maybe I shouldn't be cyberbullying people because of their nationality, because of their gender, because of any, cyberbullying in general, it doesn't have to be about specific. You have been, for some strange reason, fascinated by me for 2 years, and honestly, I barely know who the fuck you are. I had 2 streams about you 2 years ago. 2 motherfucking years ago, and one of them had
and we complimented you.
It was like 7,500 views, and we were having fun, and we haven't said, you want to talk? You want to come in? This is we find this entertaining. You turned out to be a royal piece of shit, and we're like, oh, we don't have anything to do with you at a certain point. But for 2 years, you have been talking about us when we don't even know who the fuck you are or care. You do not see a psychological problem with this? You don't see that you might have an issue? You need to go talk to somebody? Like, seriously? It's not normal. It's not.
People were actually starting to make fun of Porpoise for her background because it was very cluttered. And we were like, no.
We were defending that. I defended that.
We don't know that. Yeah. All right, so
hoarding is a psychological problem.
Stephen Potts says, let me see if I can logic here. Transphobia, not okay. Yes. Following so far, definitely not okay. Accusing someone of alcoholism and making a joke of addiction, though, is apparently okay. At least that's what you seem to be saying. Flaw in your logic, I believe.
That's good reasoning.
For response, that's spot on. Little miss, go back to your echo
can you highlight
chamber.
This, make it big? Can you make this bar big? Or is that just a screenshot? Okay. No, the bottom. Yeah, bottom. Yeah.
Well, I gotta zoom it in.
Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. That's good. Yeah. Awesome. This is pretty telling.
Muting you, not putting up with gaslighting from shipwrecks tonight, and Manya clearly has an alcohol problem. She does herself no favors by ignoring it.
So he has very good reasoning. Your response is muting, calling it gaslighting. You got that word incorrect. Because
after she was gaslighting Manya.
What is it he's trying to in this particular thing above, trying to question your reality? Right, he's making an argument based upon very solid reasoning about you're willing to, be racist toward Manya, and then they think that's perfectly fine to talk about, her being a call center person or I have an alcohol problem. He points this out to you. That's not gaslighting. This is called an argument, because he's using reasoning here. And then she makes the statement, Manya clearly has an alcohol problem. If that was the case, if this was true, you're doing her no favors. You're the one that is using alcoholism as a weapon against her. You're not considering how she may feel about that. You're not taking into account anything about Manya. You're pointing it out there merely to try to slight her because you're a despicable, dishonest, horrible human being.
The people that she
You're just horrible. You don't do that to people, man. What is wrong with you? What in your mind thought it was okay to try to make alcoholism into a weapon for somebody that you claim to care about? Now, if you don't claim to care about her, I at least see it a little bit. You're mocking it only because you hate the person, whatever. But here you're trying to love bomb her and claim that you care about her and we don't. And yet you're the one that's openly talking about supposedly her having an alcohol problem rather than,
And you're tagging the people that harass her
daily,
and the people who have attacked me using transphobia as an insult.
Yep. What is wrong with you?
You absolute fucking moron. I don't know how stupid you could be. There is no helping you at this point.
Yes.
And you're the irony, or like just the sheer hypocrisy of saying that everybody else needs to go back to their echo chambers. Well, as soon as you get a smidgen of pushback about alcoholism, addiction shouldn't be mocked, you immediately run away from it.
And then go try to hey, echo chamber, please come help me here.
Hey, echo chamber. Yeah.
This is, by the way, this is the first string. This is Ace. This is, she at least went for the first string. This is the best they've got.
First stringers.
All right, so let's move on to what else we got? No,
that was it.
That was it. I think that's it. Okay. Wow.
Do we have any more questions?
This was taxing. I just have a hard time dealing with this level of dumb. And this is why we're going to get it all out on the Fools and Bulls. Have people come in, people that support the channel, talk, and a whole bunch of other stuff, and have fun. It's going to be very lighthearted. To show these types of comments that didn't age very well. But after that, when we start the show back, it is going to be hard hitting. It is going to be having, hopefully amazing discussions, amazing content. We're working with other channels. I know Modern Day Debate is interested in that. I know Drunken Peasants is interested in that. I know, a whole bunch of channels. So we're gonna try to bring it back the best we can. But
if you guys, I don't know,
it's
Steve,
up to
do you think
people to help us?
Do you think I should have a after show to let people kind of come in over on my channel for this?
Knock yourself out. I gotta go eat. I'm starving.
All right. Tell you what, if people are interested, I will be available to answer more questions over on my channel in, I don't know, maybe about a half an hour after this. I will set up a live over there. You guys can have your say. I know Nikki has some stuff that she wants to say. So anybody who is a part of my Discord, all you have to do is be part. You have to be a member, or you have to be part of the Patreon. You can join in, and we can hear what you guys have to say, what ideas you have about Non Sequitur, what you guys think, and we can hear from you guys.
We still got a little bit left here, it looks like, though. So let's try to get these out of the way. Holy crap. It just never ends.
By the way, if you're in communication with your mom, tell your mom I want to talk to her after I eat. So
she is busy tonight, so I don't think I'll be able to talk to her tonight.
Tomorrow.
So.
Okay. All right.
Brilliant for 5 said, I hit you because I love you. I berate you because I care for you. This hurts me just as much as it hurts you. Bleh.
I think that's exactly what it is. These people are abusers. These people are emotional manipulators. And exactly what it is, Verilian. You couldn't have nailed it any better. I do this because I hurt you because I care.
What else?
We've got Steve McCrae question. How was this experience affected your levels of trust with people? I know that there are great people who helped get it back, but do you feel any PKCSD when it comes to trust?
What does that stand for?
Basically, do you have any... Are you damaged from this experience?
It's, I have to be a little more cautious, obviously, but it's also the big takeaway is I have learned so much of how to recognize dishonest behavior. I mean, Cheshire and I have done...
I think you have a little bit of kicked puppy syndrome.
Yeah, no, I get that. I understand.
You over-explain yourself a lot.
Yeah, no, I mean, sure, there's some effects there. I'm not going to front. But the bigger thing is I think that Cheshire and I, over a period of the last 2 years, had done our own thing, like Caffeine Corner, which was popular, that people still talk about as far as utilizing these concepts. And I think that's a big thing, right? So... yeah, it's hard trusting people. I admit that. But I mean, we talked about on Caffeine Corner of how to point out to people dishonest behavior and recognize it. And so that to me has been even beneficial to me, that I myself have used those techniques to determine people are sea-lying, people are gaslighting, people are manipulative. So it's the long run, it may have helped me. But sure, it is. It's hard when you have to be very, very careful what you're saying, because you have dishonest shitlords out there trying to twist everything you say.
Post Kyle Curtis stress disorder.
Post Kyle's. Oh, post.
That's good.
Okay, next.
The before times. Hippie Dan asks, are you going to do some sort of memoriam for Boole on the Non-Sequitur Show channel?
That's the first show. Well, not first. It's a pre-show. It's a pre-show. It's a
there's
soft
going to be there's going to be 2 things that will be there, and one of them will be there in perpetuity, as far as we know. I don't see any reason why we would ever take it down. So, Modern A Debate says, Steve, will you play strip poker on cam?
Sure. I'm after my diet episode.
Maybe for members and Patreon stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I've got pictures of my diet along the way, and I have to do a full reveal afterwards. I'm certainly not as jacked as I would have liked. I haven't been working out as much, but I definitely, you can notice I've lost, 30 pounds, close to 30 pounds, something like that. So I feel like I'm in pretty decent shape to play strip poker. Why, just James and I playing strip poker? Is that what he wants? Just him and I playing strip poker?
Oh, there you go.
Whatever. I don't
Maybe
judge.
have a fun crossover episode.
Yeah, James and Steve, strip poker to the death.
Yeah, I might be down with that, James. Whatever.
All right, that's
All right.
all the questions I got. If you've got more questions, pop on over to my channel. Here's the link to my channel. I will be setting this up now, and we'll make this available as soon as possible. Give me like maybe 30 minutes to get everything set up and going, and meet me in Discord.
Sounds good to me, guys. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you for all your support. Again, if you got questions you weren't able to ask, you watch this after the fact, put them in the comments section. But I do request everybody, please help us try to get subscribers and let people know that the channel's back. If you're a content creator, feel free to play Red's video to show people that all the ship lords are gone. They will be playing Whack-A-Mole, especially I think it's going to be part of the game that we play on the 29th, playing Whack-A-Troll is what we're calling it, Whack-A-Troll. But yeah, we want to make it very clear that those people are not welcome back to the Non-Sequitur Show. We do not want them around the Non-Sequitur Show. That's going to stop them? No. But at least we have warned them that they're not welcome, and we don't want anything to do with them.
Anyway, we have one last super chat. Let's get going here.
Do you want to read it while I just finish this?
Modern Debate
Thanks.
Steve, Zex appeal so high in Dad hacker costume. You like that? I thought it was supposed to be the Unabomber stuff, but
Yeah, no, I'm a hackser.
Sorry, I'm just trying to
You
get
know
the
what,
link.
James? I'm warm because it's cold. But yeah, I mean, look, we're cult-like. That's kind of the theme we're going with. We want to thank Uni for giving us kind of ideas, or maybe that's the direction we're going anyways. But yeah, I mean, this is cult-like, isn't it? Sort of.
I've already texted like 8 people. Yeah, if you like and share and
Text
let
everybody.
everybody know, that is the best way you can help support us and help us push the channel forward.
Tag people on Twitter that you say, hey, look.
Leave us comments. Leave us comments over on the Non-Sequitur Show channel. Any of the videos, any of the live streams that are currently showing, any of the videos that are up. If you leave us comments and leave us likes and share those videos out, tell us what your favorite Non-Sequitur Show video was.
There you go. Sounds good to me, guys. Thanks for watching. And Jessica on her channel, I'll put that video link in the description later after I get back from eating.
Thanks.
Because I don't have it because she's making it now. So, good night, guys.